And we are live. Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Let me know if the audio is good. But Ray, good to glad to see you. Bramble, good to glad to see you. Light, good to glad to see you. Infinite, good to glad to see you. Ray, good to glad to see you. Jackson, good to glad to see you. Kiko, good to glad to see you. And Sarah, good to glad to see you. Good to see you, glad to see you. Good to see you, glad to have you. All of you. I can't speak today. And Iniri, my friend, how are you?
I am quite good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well as well. Obviously, we between your vacation and my health struggle, my physical health struggles, we were off for a little bit, but now we're back as per usual.
Fantastic.
Crave, good to see you, Crave, good to see you, glad to have you, and Des, good to see you, glad to have you. Words are hard. Yeah. So we're playing Final Fantasy V today, as per usual. And what we did last time, we went through the desert sand and found the city of Gone, and then we got into Ronka, where we dealt with all the Ronkan machinations, which was actually really cool to see with how obviously relevant that is for Final Fantasy XIV, the Shadowbringers. We got an airship, and then we got to the final crystal. Golbez showed up, Kryl showed up, and Kryl showed up, awakened Gallif's memories. Gallif remembered who he was and what his plan and everything, and then returned with Kryl back to his world, where and the rest of us were left without him, and we all had a cutscene where we were like, this is boring, we should go back and join, we should go join him, even if it's a one-way trip.
Ronkin good time.
Ronkin good time, indeed. Sorry, did I say Golbez? Excess. Correct, Bramble, you are correct, yes. Got a lot of Final Fantasy 4 in mind, obviously. And with 6.5 coming out in 14 soon, and the live letter set for this weekend, it's definitely on the mind. Yukio, good to see you, glad to have you. Oh, there was one more thing I was gonna hit on. What was it? Oh, hopefully it wasn't COVID. No, it wasn't COVID. It was just it was major gastrointestinal cysts and obstructions, which I guess is probably more worrying. But everything's fine. Golbez, X-Death, who cares about that guy? And Heavy Dark Armor is called, right? You know what's interesting? Okay, I almost want to pull this up, but it's really interesting to me, the difference between two things that feel similar. Because, yeah, they're giant dudes in armor, but at the same time, let's pull up the...
First stream on this channel, by the way?
I'm sorry, what's up?
Is this our first stream on this channel, by the way?
Yes, this is our first stream on the T Live channel. I will be uploading the old, the prior streams on this channel in the future, so that at least they can all be watched together. But it's now allows us to do a lot more weird and random and kooky things, and not have to worry about the people who don't want to watch streams and the people who do want to watch streams. People can just come for the thing that they want to come for.
Hell yeah.
5 X-Death. Okay, yeah, so do I not have a... I don't. Sorry, give me 1 second. Play capture. Ooh. Just a little bit.
Hello. Hello, X-Death.
What the heck is going on here? Okay, give me a second. There, okay. I don't know why it looks like that, but that's fine. In the short term, the X-Death is blue, you know, it's got the knightly look and all that jazz. But, you know, Golbez as the Dark Knight is you know, it's interesting because it's obviously still very Amano in both cases, and like you have the reoccurring sort of mono motifs of the, you know, the pauldrons with spikes and all that, but the coloration and the detail is what I think separates them strongly.
Yeah, definitely. The coloration is in silhouette. They're not identical, but they're very similar.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let us get started then. Tell the people to be streaming the live letter. Yes. Oh, I will be streaming the live letter, and that will be on the main channel because so many people seem to watch it on the main channel and get alerted to it. And that will be at 2 a.m. my time on Sunday the 22nd, technically. I think because it's like 11 p.m. PDT or something like that. Or maybe 1 a.m. No, 2 a.m. 2 a.m. because 3 hours. I desperately need the 6.5 patch because I'm not exactly a good time for being a Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah. Mana was like, watch me design 2 different main antagonists that look like that. Yeah.
It's been
well,
a
and
rough
Kefka
week.
was.
It's been a rough week
yeah.
for JJK fans.
I only through Yukio having mentioned that earlier to me in chat. Do I know anything about that? Did a character die or something?
Yeah. I won't reveal who on stream, but yes, a character did indeed die.
Okay. Okay, so it wasn't the Tycoon Meteor. Where?
Well,
okay, maybe I was wrong about where we were supposed to go. You'll be streaming a live letter here or somewhere else on the T Network. Yes, I will be on the main channel. Thank you, Ray Ray. Interesting that both of them wear heavy knight armor, yet Golbez is a sorcerer and Exdeath is a warlock.
I'd
be interested to see if they... Sorry, go ahead.
Didn't we have a discussion on Golbez in his knight armor? Like a 2-hour-long one while we were in the stream the other day?
Time is a flat circle, and I have no recollection if we did, but it sounds right.
I've always thought Exdeath's design was a bit... Like, it feels like it was designed for a different character, almost.
You mean other than being a sentient tree?
Yeah, exactly.
Where do we need to go? You need to visit him. I've totally lost the plot. Underneath Crescent. Back to the rest of the room. Did we find this note from Sid and Mid on Crescent? If we did.
I don't think. Ooh. I don't know actually. Yeah, I know Yukio. It's a grievous time for all.
It's funny. I feel like, when do you remember it being the norm for games to ever have systems to help you come back to them?
Oh.
Because I don't... It's like you took a break for a period of time. Because I don't feel like I remember that being a thing until at least the mid-2000s, at least.
It was quite... Well, yeah, so in the mid-2000s, they put, like, recaps in, obviously, when you started up a game. Mm-hmm. But then it almost stopped for a while after that. And then I feel like fairly recently it came back.
Yeah, it definitely came back, I think, with a slight, like, MMOification of a lot of games in general. It's a note from Sid. The adamantite left over from the airship renovations is dangerous. Gone to put it back.
I hope nothing's happened to them.
If they want to return the adamantite, that means...
Interesting that adamantite's dangerous. It's like uranium in this setting.
I also kind of like the idea of mithril or adamantite, or of like the steels that are really, or incredibly strong, being dangerous in some capacity. So there being a trade-off. I mean, like, rarity alone is a justification for why not everyone uses it, but also the idea that, okay, yes, adamantite armor is going to be as light as paper and as strong as steel, but also it is like uranium, so you're basically going to give yourself cancer by using it.
Yeah,
over an extended period.
I think that's an interesting way. I've not seen that for like mithril before. I mean, I've seen rarity, and I've seen mining for mithril is going to incur consequences, but I've never seen having mithril do that before. Oh,
I will say so. I don't remember every detail of the cutscene of everyone talking to each other. I don't remember it leading us back towards Sid and Mid in the first place, and there was nothing to indicate that we should go back through all those rooms in the Runken ruins.
Yeah, that's true. It does feel like this game loves Sid and Mid, which is fair. I mean, they're a dynamic duo, but it seems like we get either rediverted to them or they end up finding us every 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's just the game's been so good about directing you. I wonder if, again, part of it is that when it slows down on its direction is because you got the airship. The world's opened up. It wants you to take your time. And also, we're about to hit a point of no return for this world. I wonder if it's because it wants you to not to not have direction for a bit and to like go find your own way.
I can see that actually, yeah. And yeah, in Infinite, the first thing that came to my mind was definitely a nuclear energy sort of allegory.
Yeah. Huh? What's that? What's the Black Chocobo doing here?
Oh yeah, because they took up the Black Chocobo, didn't they?
Right. Right, I forgot they flew away on that, yeah. Sid, Mid, what are you guys... Bard, stay back, it's dangerous. A huge wave of power just started flowing from the adamantite. We just thought to put it back from where it came from. Hold on. A huge wave of power? I mean, maybe it is.
Yeah, it's just gamma rays.
If it had been green, it would have confirmed it.
Yes.
Jumping jolly boats! The floor here is absorbing the energy from the adamantite.
Say, do you think the meteorite could be recharging? It's a power source as well. If so, it might mean we can travel to Galuf's world.
That's as good as any idea I've ever had. Also, that also kind of reminds me of corrupted crystals and the way that they're used in 14.
Oh yeah, yeah, I see that.
What? What are you going on about?
Oh.
So that's your plan. But this piece of adamantite seems too small. It doesn't have enough power to fully recharge the meteorite and get you to the other world, but if the energy from all 4 meteorites could be combined, it'd be enough to warp to Galuf's world.
This seems like a leap, but I'll go with it.
Look, they don't have a lot of other options. This is how all science starts. Someone taking a leap of logic and then seeing if it works.
Yeah, fair.
All right, let's get to the next meteorite. Yeah, believe it. Wait, that's Edge's line.
Oh god, Edge. I did not enjoy Edge as much as I thought I was going to when we played that game. I was like, this guy sucks. Give me Yang back.
Yeah, well, I mean, because he's basically just like sexual harassment trope and then tragic backstory trope. Like, he is kind of the epitome of... I mean, I guess somewhat fittingly, he is the, like, edgy Sasuke trope before its time.
Yeah, he's very, like, entry-level shonen character, I feel.
Yeah. Like, I do think the tragedy and heartbreak of what happens to his parents and all that is good. But also... but also, I wish it happened to a better character.
It's part of this weird, like, phenomenon where it seems like the first few Final Fantasies overstay their welcome. A little bit.
Yeah.
I think we've had that thought about
Wait
every
here.
game.
Yeah, 100%. Leave it to us. I think 2 is the closest to not doing that because at least it picked up a little at the end and was like, you know, at least had more of the Emperor at the end.
I think that's fair.
But I think it still did.
And then 3 kind of burned us entirely at the end. Like, we were really on board with 3, and then that stuff with the resurrection of everybody
just lost us. That's that. Okay, let's hurry.
Oh.
Sid, Mid, look out! Boom.
Purple bombs. Perbolus. What? That's gonna be green.
Yeah, give me some etymology on this one.
Okay, it's a corruption of pyrobolus, which means bomb in Latin.
Oh, okay, I like it.
I think bomb, like, the bomb design is so good. It's so timeless.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what?
Are they resurrecting?
Do I have to kill all of them at once? I think I have to kill all of them at once.
That's never been... Oh my god, that used to annoy me so much in Twilight Princess.
Of course, give us this right after we... At least I have... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna charge up Lena, and then... Oh, of course she has counter on her.
So, yeah, okay. So you either have to attack them with multi-target magic, or if they self-destruct, they no longer revive. You think 8 overstayed its welcome in the first
You said
hour?
that, and then they used a rise.
Wait, really?
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lame. Yeah, so Crepper, I wasn't a big fan of 8 either, but I'm waiting to see if maybe I'm converted back to it by playing it with Elio.
Yeah, here's the thing I'll say about 8. I think it probably increases in enjoyment when you're playing it the way we've been playing these.
Yeah,
I feel like, because kind of just like analyzing them for what they are and appreciating what's good, while also intentionally kind of like interrogating what doesn't work. Because at least to me, there's joy then in interrogating what doesn't work.
Yeah, it can be fun. Like sometimes 1 especially had like 1 and 2 to a degree actually had this almost, it's kind of so bad it's good in certain ways. And then it was also just genuinely good in ways as well.
Yeah. You're gonna go down. Yep. Okay. Now they don't have enough MP to self-destruct. Maybe we can do something with that.
But do they still have enough MP to arise? Yes.
Presumably they have to run out eventually, right?
That's a good question. Let me have another look at the strategy for these guys.
Yeah, okay, they ran out for the can to rise because they don't have enough MP.
Oh,
I was not expecting to be... I really was not expecting MP to be the mitigating factor here. Bless you.
Thank you. I suppose we don't have an AoE heavy team really, except for the monk has the kick, but
right. Well, and it would feel like if we now I'm worried maybe I should just set everyone to monk all the time.
Monk
Hunter,
really
good to see, glad to have you.
But the class system in this game is too good to just do that.
Yeah, you're right. That is the one downside I feel like of playing it in streaming I appreciate the job system and feel like I would probably play with it a lot more tinkering if I wasn't felt like it wasn't on like tracks, but like I don't know that I would. I'm not necessarily drawn. I feel like if I had played 5 when 5 came out, the level of remixability for that would have by the time been like amazing, and it's still good now. But I mean, obviously, a lot of things have done it since.
Yeah, I could see I could see myself replaying this like with different party comps a few times back in the day. Like,
yeah, definitely. After the first hour, they did it to spite you. Yep, definitely, Bramble. Go good, Hunter. Yukio, for Neri Nelly, do you guys expect to see the last New God in 6.5 trailer? Which one would you want to see? I mean, we will see Thaliak. Well, in the trailer is the question, obviously, but Thaliak, Nymea, and Eorzean are the question is what is going to be the 4th fight and how are they going to set that up? And I don't know.
The one I would see the most is Eorzean, definitely.
Yeah. I also want to know if the music is going to be a song of Eorzean, because then it's going to be the song of the Plainsfolk Lalafell that lived in Nim, and that's going to be fucking rad. Yeah. Or if it's going to be a song for Limlane, because then it's going to be an Eorzean sea shanty, and that's going to be fucking rad. So,
I mean, if it was Nymea, then it'd be Keeper of the Moon song. It could be cool either way.
Well, we did get the Keeper of the Moon song with Minfina.
Oh,
that's
yes.
What Euphrosine is. If you listen to it, it's basically Keepers of the Moon out on the hunt.
What group worships Minfina again? There isn't really one.
Minfina's Keeper of the Moon. Well, Keeper of the Moon is the one who worships.
No, sorry. Nymea. I'm getting myself confused.
No, Nymea basically is just a general, because it's pretty much everyone kind of uses her to deal with grief, because of the Nymean lilies and all that. That was awesome! All right, let's go to the next meteorite. Yeah! Speaking of that, if you haven't watched it already, we put out a new video, Lyrical Lore in the Balance, and you should definitely check it out. It's very good. And I'll be working on Moonlight in the coming weeks. Gonna be all of those songs? Yeah, right? I mean, I feel torn, because I want a Nimian song, but I also want a Eorzean sea shanty. I feel like the sea shanty would be the best one because it would have then you would have had the most variety, right? You would have had a song that would have been very representative for the Black Shroud with the Keeper of the Moon. You would have a song that's really representative of Hydaelyn with the Dunes folk within the balance, and you would have a song that's really representative of Lenosia. I guess you get a song that's representative of Lenosia either way, right? So I guess, you know.
Yeah, I honestly think either option is good. I would love to get all of them.
Yeah.
Give me the secret song that reveals who Scala worshipped.
You and fucking Scala.
It's almost a meme at this point, more than it is genuine, but it's still a bit genuine.
I just really hope we get your reaction on camera or like at least in voice someday, whenever if they announce a Scala criterion.
Yes.
I enjoyed aiding with the critical lens, but couldn't enjoy that way either. Yeah, I don't know why. Couldn't tell you why. It's hard for me to fathom hating 8 and enjoying in particular like 1 through 3, or because 8 I think is flawed in some of its mechanical stuff, but at least it's interesting. And then also, at least it has a much stronger narrative and characterization. But maybe that's just because those are the things I value. Thank you, Ray Ray. Yeah, new video this week on FFXV Archive. Could you also link in the balance, if you don't mind? I wonder which god is the lucky winner of the Minion Club. What do you mean, Yu-Gi-Oh? Because all of them will have minions. Oh, which one will have a minion? It's a good question. Good question. It was what? It was Alzema and then Halone. So it'll probably be whatever the second to last one is again. So I would assume, unless if Oshan's the last, it would then be Naimia. If he's not the last, I would assume Naimia probably. Or not Naimia, sorry, Limlane.
Yeah.
The thing from the Iron Trade I want to know about the most is
maybe the most polarizing Final Fantasy game. Like some people really love it, some people hate it. Nobody's in the middle with 8.
I feel like I'm in the middle.
Oh, okay. Well, Elia's in the middle with 8.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I find it interesting, appreciate for what it is. I definitely wouldn't say I like adore 8, but we'll see. Is Oshan Derek or the monkey, or maybe neither? Yeah, exactly. Infinite. It's the Oppo misdirect. Come on, mid. Yeah. Interesting. And yet you liked, so God, Zeus, some monster has made its lair in there. You get to go get rid of it. Thank you for at least giving me warning this time.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, obviously, you can't say anything if you didn't like the gameplay that much, that makes sense. It's interesting to me because at least 8, I would much rather play 8 than 1 through 5 in particular, because at least its gameplay is like weird and I feel like I have to like do shit, but we'll see. The last time I played it was what, 15 years ago maybe? So
I've been really enjoying 5 though, but then again I haven't had the burden of playing it all that much, I suppose. So.
Yeah, so like the job system obviously adds a lot, but it's still to a certain extent turn-based, and so I still feel myself yearning for a certain level of complexity. I think that the monster design too has been a lot better in terms of being more puzzle-like, which has been good. Like those bombs, like the idea of having bombs that use a rise and self-destruct, you got to figure out the best way to take them down, I think is good.
Yeah,
it's much more, definitely much more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Titan.
He looks like he's going for like a big poop.
He really does. A real earth shaker of a shit. When the bombs are the hardest thing of the day. You played 5. Yeah, Craven, but you, if I'm not mistaken, you like the more turn-based and earlier ones too, right? Because that would definitely be in the tracks. Okay, he is a summon. I was about to say, we summoned him 4. I'm surprised he was just a random enemy.
I think Titan's one of the core summons. He's just one of the least charismatic summons often, so he doesn't get as much love.
Yeah. What's the best version of Titan? I know we talked about this, but last time, but I'm just thinking the best version 13's.
Yeah.
No, 15 had a really good. 15 had a really good version.
I kind of like big squat fat boy 14. Sorry, 13.
Arnold Schwarzenegger motherfucker. Like,
yeah, I like. I think the kobolds are pretty good as well. So
he's quite rotund.
He's very rotund.
Much obliged. Now you can leave the rest to us.
You also get cool mech titan in Eureka though, so that helps.
In Eden.
Yes.
Or
yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. Slowly hoping Soken knocks it out of the park for the new song. I mean, is anyone worried that Soken's not going to knock it out of the park? I think the only question is where it ranks on those 3 songs. Whether or not it's a bop is I would be shocked. All right, let's go for the next meteorite. Yeah. Okay, I appreciate these fights. I also think, like, from an in-story standpoint, going to all the meteors to align them so that you can use them as a teleportation, I get it. But also, it's like, this seems repetitive, semi-needlessly.
Yeah, no, the Sid and Mid should have gone and gotten it for us after the first one.
I feel it. Maybe the idea is partly also just to keep propelling you to like, hey, maybe go check some other places out while you're doing this. You can fly around, you know, because it's about to be a point of no return, but they haven't really telegraphed that.
I think that's possible. I also think maybe they just had some bosses that they scrapped that they wanted just to like put in places.
Yeah. I like the 16 Titan design. Yeah, 16 Titan was really good, especially when he goes fucking full Evangelion. I mean, really full kaiju mode. I do think it's really interesting that, and I know I feel like we talked a bit about this last time, but that Ifrit takes on more and more bestial parts of his appearance and tends to be less humanoid when he's especially in the same game as Titan, because it kind of overlaps. And I think you actually see that kind of bear out in 15, how like the Titan and Ifrit in that are, I mean, they're different. Obviously, they're quite different, but they're still very humanoid. And again, I guess they're all kind of humanoid, the summons, right? The only one that isn't is Leviathan.
Yeah. I think there's something definitely there in the idea of there being almost an overlap, or the potential for an overlap between the two. It doesn't help that Ifrit's kind of basic in his look when he's humanoid. Like, he's just a buff guy with horns.
And flames. Yeah. Wait right here. Be right back. Jackson, good to have you.
There's gonna be a boss.
Okay, cool. If Eden Armless design was the main one, I would have named 14 as my favorite Titan, but as such, probably 15.
They're taking rather a long time, don't you think? We'd better check on them. I've lost my forest.
Let it flow through you. I mean, to be fair, Eden still counts, right? It's still an imagining of the creature. I mean, for instance, I think the Cloud of Darkness the Cloud of Darkness in Eden, I love more than Cloud of Darkness from 3. Then again, obviously, the one in Eden is just the design from Dissidia.
Yeah.
Help! Yeah, help us!
I didn't know there was a boss in here, but I was fairly confident.
Oh, I thought you were reading it.
No.
Oh, it's Chimera.
Oh, Chimera.
Chimera Brain. Where? That's come up somewhere before. Can you look that up?
Yeah,
I know that came up.
It's definitely came up.
Was it in 4 in the final?
Yeah, it was. It was in 4.
Zone.
Oh, it's in 10. Calmlands.
Yes. Okay. I remember that one too. I remember capturing that one for the arena. At least trying.
Oh, they're also in 2, and they are in 4. Okay, yeah, they're all over the place.
Come on, where were they in 4? Were they on the moon?
They were in the sealed cave.
Yes. Okay. Yep.
And they were in 12. Are you all right? Not 12. 11.
We are now. That was close. That's all 4 meteorites. Now take a look at this map.
Oh, they're also in 14.
What are they in 14?
It's an Azislav Fate.
Oh, yes. Yep. That cross reminds me of something. I feel like that looks like... Oh, there's something that reminds me of. It's the exact same angle as is it something from the Da Vinci Code? I feel like it's something with ley lines or I know that exact same like cross, like slanted cross in that direction. It shows up in other things.
Yeah, I think it's a fairly common technique in, like, you know, you found the clues and the places you found them or whatever, like, showed you the.
Well, yeah. Obviously, the intersecting like that, it's not. It's like literally that exact shape.
Oh,
is what I mean. Like, I feel like that was popularized by something. That exact slant in that exact way. But maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe it was the Goonies. See where the energies from all 4 meteorites intersect? That's the warp point. Now get over there. Raven, good to glad to have you.
Oh,
Be careful.
Sorry, Raven. I hope your cat is okay.
Thanks for everything, guys. Yeah, I hope your cat's okay, Raven. That makes sense, yeah. Though with primals, it makes sense in universe they are gods or beastmen. Why would they look like humans? Well, other than Garuda, yeah.
You say that, but like, it's not like Titan looks like a kobold.
Yeah, it's interesting too. Garuda I think it's referenced in Encyclopedia Eorzean Volume 1.
It is, yeah.
That Garuda's her humanoid form actually might harken on, like, there might be specific reasons for it that are tied to potentially the creation of Nazus Law or something else.
Yeah, so we know she's based on the human, well, the Allegan general who commanded the Garuda regiment.
Oh, where did we get further info on that?
I think
it's
in
isn't
it?
Is it? Here, I'll pull it up. Because, like, that's, if it has that much info, that's fucking rad. I didn't remember it being that specific. This Final Fantasy V stream brought to you by Final Fantasy XIV. Where are you? This is gonna bug me otherwise.
She's listed in the bistro section.
Well, there's Garuda. Garuda is the name given to the terrible god of the Ixal, though supremely elegant both from this bloodthirsty Daisy and her merciless whims inspire fear even amongst her most devoted capricious and extremes. Legend has it that the birdmen of the Ixal once lived on floating continents known as Hydaelyn, where they perfected the further reaches of the heavens as Garuda's divine soldiers. As time came, however, with the evil that... God, I wish this was not in cursive and so tiny. Saturated the land below, began to reach upwards and infect the skies above. Thence did Garuda order her minions to descend and cleanse the ground of the vile influences, bidding them to remain there as guardians, that the beastmen may never again be... yeah. There's more to that, and there's also the artwork that pretty much continues to imply as much.
Let me go and have a look. Maybe it's an EU tier. Be right back just to grab them.
Cool. I'm gonna catch them on chat real quick. Denini and Elio, if there's a Final Fantasy 14 song that you love or makes you excited that you listen to it on loop, I'm listening to the Dawn Trail song even though it's short. Yeah, well, I mean, man, when Endwalker was coming out, I watched that trailer on loop quite a lot. But that's also because I just liked Footfalls a ton. Still do. Are there any that I listen to on loop? Well, technically speaking, no, because I listen to them usually when I'm playing the game or for specific effect. I don't tend to listen to 14 songs on loop necessarily. I tend to listen to things on loop when I'm working, and there's very specific music I tend to listen to for that. However, one of the songs I do listen to while I work sometimes is the Elysium version of Close in the Distance, because it's fucking phenomenal. Which he has it, one or two. So one definitely harkens to it in the creation myth. In the back half of it, it should be in the like late 200s on the Ixalian pages. There's also a bit, page 248. There's also a page somewhere in E1 or E2 that I'll have to find where they show concept art for Garuda that also gives some context to her creation myth. But yeah, heavily implied that the that an Allegan woman
I found it.
is...
Yeah.
Okay.
So so it talks
What
about
page?
the and then it's on 249 down at the bottom. And it says a chimeric race that was created in Azizla to serve in the intriguingly named Garuda Airborne Division. According to these records, this division was led by a female Allegan general.
There we go. Okay. And that's EE1 page 249
Yeah.
or
E1, yeah.
okay. Where is that? Is that at the top of the page? Or?
It's right the very last, the very bottom of the italics.
Oh, okay. It literally just says the actual story. Okay, yeah. If I had just continued reading for 5 more seconds, I would have. Watch, the woman's name was Benedicta.
I don't listen to any of the 14 songs on repeat, but I do have some of them on my playlist. I have Fiend, I have Metal, Exponential Entropy, Rise, Equilibrium, Beauty's Wicked Wiles, Under the Weight, and Wayward Daughter on my playlist.
How do you know that Niniri was playing quite a lot during Heaven's Word?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a remix. Someone did like I'm not usually a huge like techno remix, but someone did like a dance remix of a bunch of songs as a what's the term? Not a melody, a medley of songs from 14. That's quite fire. I'll see if I can pull that up on YouTube and post it in the Discord sometime. Speaking of which, we have a Discord. If you haven't joined it, join it, discord.gg/Asian Archives. And if you'd like to support us, come support us over on Patreon, where you can join and get your name at the end of videos and in the banner above my head that's floating right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All you.
The light is fading.
It's all the power that was left in the meteorites.
No turning back now.
There you go. You guys sure about this? It might end up being a one-way trip, no coming home.
That doesn't matter. This is more important.
This effect reminds me of something. This like hole with a pool of aether. This shows up somewhere else in Final Fantasy.
Okay, I didn't know about the hole, but the effect is very similar to aether currents.
Yeah. I'm gonna because like there's places in for the Final Fantasy games where there's like a pool of round like what seems like life energy of some kind. It might be 7, it might be 10. I'm thinking of. We'll see.
Oh crap! We do know that there are links between the Ananta and Allag. I believe it doesn't get confirmed that they were created by them, but they definitely lived during that time and were either created by them or experimented on by them to create the Lamia.
Yeah, and the fact that the Lamia exist, and if I'm not mistaken, there's none in the first. I would say it is heavily implied to the point that is effectively confirmed.
Yeah.
But I don't know of a specific source to cite that confirms it 100%. But the evidence towards it is legion.
Yeah, the fact that we have lore mentioning that they were around in the time of Allag and they interacted with the Empire, and then the Lamia exists, like, I just accept it in my mind.
Yeah, it's maybe something I'm gonna maybe make a note to like see if I can confirm that further because it's been on my mind because I was doing something else recently. I don't remember what it was where I came to mind again. Okay, all you.
Aye, we're in this to the bitter end.
Huzzah! All right then, let's go.
I suppose this is goodbye to our world. Farewell, Chancellor.
I feel like they really should have given "Are you sure about this?"
Yes,
question.
they should.
I mean, okay. In the game's defense, they have gone to great lengths to make this take a hot second, and also to tell us that, hey, this is like the character's saying this might be a one-way trip. We're never coming back beforehand. So,
yeah,
yeah.
Buck up, mateys. I know you can handle the looting and pillaging without me.
Be good while I'm gone, Boko. Don't get into too much trouble.
Have we seen Boko? He's still like recovering in the sickbay, isn't
he? Yep.
E2 has a bit on the Lamia. I think E1 has a bit on the Lamia because they're in coil, so...
It does have a bit on the Lamia. EE2 goes more into the Ananta and Lamia.
Yeah, EE2 definitely goes more into the Ananta, and I'm sure does some stuff with the eluding. This island is Pikachu shaped.
I was not thinking that, but now I am.
I mean, it's only kind of Pikachu shaped, but my brain just interpreted it as a Pikachu for some reason.
Oh yeah, the Pool of Aether Hunter in Mario Lamentorum, definitely.
Oh yeah.
This is
Gallif's World. It's like a weird Pikachu with like big buff shoulders standing on this rear, like.
I would have never seen it. No, you know what it looks like? You notice that it looks like a Pikachu with buff shoulders, but also the front of the trees look like an island. Look at like the visor from Among Us, so it's sus Pikachu.
Oh no! I was thought you were gonna say a beard. I was like, what character is it that shape that has a beard? Shall we pitch a tent and rest for a while? Lena, there's something I've been wondering about. It was way back when we were on North Mountain. Why'd you risk your life to save that Drake? Do you remember Mother? Uh, I a little. Whenever I see Hiryu, I'm reminded of her. How do you mean? Oh.
Oh shit! I kind of a monster. Look out!
Oh damn! Both of them.
Lena, Ferris. Oh, I got you too, kiddo. Literally called abductor.
I love that. That's so on this. I wonder what it's called in Japanese. Let me check it out. No.
Small Pikachu.
Searching abductor just plain in Google isn't going to find me any information on that, is it?
Go to gshow.com. Go to gshow.com and then type in abductor.
Okay.
For those who don't know, gshow means dictionary. Gas. I can't feel my legs. I kind of appreciate that. Okay, you're having a good character beat moment, and then actually it's broken up by a sneak attack.
Okay, I found it on the wiki, on the Final Fantasy wiki. It's called, it's just Abadacta. It's just...
Literally, not even like the Japanese term, just in katakana.
Yeah.
Where are we? Welcome to my castle. X-Death.
Lord X-Death, the Gallant and his cohorts have made it to the big bridge. There's a battle there. A battle on the big bridge, you could say.
Oh yeah, we're going to meet him for the first time, aren't we?
Fortuitous timing. Prepare the giant mirror. We're gonna Archimedes raise these motherfuckers.
Yes, my lord.
Perhaps I should thank you. You are about to become quite useful to me.
Huh.
Or are they about to Twilight Princess our asses?
I think it's like going to show Galuf us here. It's like a... Lads, look up in the sky.
A bird? No, wait, it's our reflections.
What?
This is... okay.
Grandpa, look.
Bart, Lena, Ferris, what in blazes is going on? Sausage.
How long is this?
How long is this game? That's probably depends. It super depends on how you play it.
Yeah.
Stand down, Galif. One more step and they die. Dude, this would be great in 3D. Man, 5 needs a 3D remake.
Yeah, it does.
Hell's bells. Everybody fall back.
Everybody, it's 4 people.
Gilgamesh.
The name's Greg. Sir.
Watch them. See, they don't try anything. X-Death, you... Bitch, please.
Oh, goddamn. Ow.
The fucking timing. Ah! Yeah, there are 3 worlds, so about 1/3 through is probably a fair assumption.
Yeah.
Cryle, I'm borrowing your Windrake. Bart and the others need my help. Release the Windrake!
Yes, sir.
Why was it chained up?
Yaha!
Fucking waving him off. Oh, that is a big bridge. I'll give it to them.
Yeah, it's an impractically large bridge.
Thanks, boy. Now go back to Cryle, okay?
Well, geez,
Well,
Olaf got in pretty
I'm in.
easy.
I suppose it's different to have one person break in, though. Receive Bart's items in the crystal shards. Okay, 2 things. One, I actually didn't really think about this, but yeah, the idea that, that you need the crystal shards in order to still use the jobs is an interesting detail, just like soul crystals.
Yeah.
But I also love that this is like a cutscene, like, they're using the limitations of what they have in the game to, like, still create a very, like, cinematic moment, and I think that's cool.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe we could have played a tiny segment, like only a few battles as Galuf, but I think this is fine.
Yeah. I don't know how much that would have added.
Yeah, maybe
No.
not. In a 3D remake, though, with more complex combat and stuff, you could
Oh,
do
definitely.
a Galuf segment.
Definitely.
Bart, Lena, Ferris, hold on! I'm coming.
Oh, hey! Speak of the devil.
Oh, nice.
Beautifully impractical giant bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they... Oh, he's a Mystic Knight. I guess they just really didn't want us to miss the items, which makes sense.
Counter.
Oh, yeah, Kent's good.
Especially if he's going to be solo. I'll be interested to see if we actually are 1/3 through, because we're on episode 4. I feel like our cadence for some of the others has been... I don't know if maybe we've been going slow on these or what, but I'd be curious to see if 5's that much longer. I mean, I feel like it has the room for it, but I wonder if it'll narrow in scope as we get further into the back half.
I wonder if maybe the last world is, like, not so big.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, technically speaking, the last world is definitely big, but is there things to do that we haven't already done or are necessary is the question in my mind.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, big in scope, like, of gameplay more than anything else.
Oh, it's time for Greg. Who here is excited for the finale of the Manderville in 14, the current Endwalker Manderville, and also who here has not done any of Manderville yet? Because if you have, you may now appreciate the arrival of a very important character from it.
Yeah. I have done Mandeville up to Endwalker, but I haven't started Endwalker Mandeville.
Dude, it's got Alex Jones.
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've heard about Alex Jones.
It's got twerking rabbits on the moon befuddling Alex Jones, and I just don't know what else to say. And who goes there?
Oh, he was fast.
Hee-ha, ho!
He looks like a mech
what's-
in this game, I feel.
Hey, pretty mama, take this. I'm gonna do like Johnny Bravo. I feel like he got that kind of energy. He definitely does look like a mech.
Yeah, I see that. He looks kind of baller, actually. Like, it's a really good design.
I agree. Inconceivable. Well, then. That's enough of a beating for today. Don't step out of line again. I'm out of here.
He looks a bit like a Tohoku villain, like a Kamen Rider
Yes!
villain or something.
Totally see it. That's gotta be intentional, right? If you think about the time when this would have taken place, that would have been semi-ascendant.
His dialogue reads kind of like a Goofy to Hoku villain as well.
Right. It sounds like you absolutely could imagine like one of the costume villains in Mighty Morphin's episode doing that.
Yeah.
Galif, sit tight. I'll have you out of there in a jiffy. I don't know how I opened it. I didn't have the key. Mainly, I just punched the lock until it broke.
Thanks, Ed, man.
Sorry for messing up your plans. We just wanted to... Save it. I'll verbally berate you later, after we've blown this pop stand. Haha! The team's back together.
Is anyone a big fan of Kamen Rider in the chat? What's your favorite series of Kamen Rider?
I have watched some Super Sentai, and obviously I've watched a lot of Power Rangers, but I've never and the other one I have watched, not Kamen Rider, but oh fuck, what is it called?
The one that had a crossover with 14?
Yes, that one.
Oh,
what's it?
Is it G?
Yeah. Someone's gonna help us. Whoa, better not let them see. That's so great! I love that! That's such an unnecessary detail, and this...
Garo. Yes.
Garo, yeah.
It is a good
That's such an unnecessary detail, and I love it so much. Did you catch that?
I did. I it feels like they're really sort of swelling the world up in this one more. If you know, like, and populating
5. Yeah, 5 across the board. I think goes out of its way to do things that I don't know if I'd call it polish. I don't know what to call it, but that to do shit like that, where it just like, hey, what if we tried a little harder? Not even tried a little harder, but had time to do a little extra, get a little more flavor in there.
Yeah, they've definitely done that. This is actually, I really thought 4 was going to beat 5, but it's not right now.
Yeah, repeatedly, I feel like that's the revelation. I've not done Endwalker Manderville yet. Big recommend, unless you're waiting, obviously, for the end.
Yeah.
There's a lot of OG things in the last world, but most are optional. Yeah, that makes sense. Final for Manderville, I'm hoping for some answers finally. I bet you'll get some. Well, at least as much as they give them. When we got this part in our playthrough, it was like Leonardo DiCaprio pointing meme. So what from 5 is in 14? I'm curious. Well, a bunch of things so far. So Gilgamesh, obviously, the big bridge. Honestly, job crystals come from the crystal shards in 5. X-Death, obviously many of the bosses that showed up in Omega. There are more things. Ronka, obviously.
Yeah, Ronka.
I'm sure I'm forgetting things.
I think some of the past Warrior of Light stuff in this game has been pretty influential on some of the past heroes, like the Zodiac Braves and stuff.
Yeah, Bartz's armor. Or no, sorry, that's not Bartz's armor. That's Firanin. They've got like Zidane and FF2's guys. They don't have Bartz's.
That's true, yeah. Oh yeah, Deno is really good. I think Deno is probably the best Kamen Rider series, but my favorite is 4's. I have to say, the space-themed one.
Obviously Galif and Kryl, and obviously the music. Some days, not some days of Dreamland. That's 10s. But a lot of the stuff around Baldesion. I mean, Multi-Dimensions has been present since at least 3, because 1's technically doing time travel.
It has, but have we visited the worlds and they've been like living worlds?
Depends on if you count World of Darkness, but that if you don't, then no. Effectively, well, it's not dimensional travel, but coming down from the floating island in 3 is like traveling to other worlds. But I guess you could say the same thing about going to the moon or the going underground in 4. So no, I guess transdimensionality is 5 does really start to establish that.
Yes. I also really like Kamen Rider O's as well.
Oh, Jackson, are you a bit behind? Yeah, by sliding face. I know. I was dying. Kiko, good to see you. Glad to have you. Actually, Kiko, have you been here this whole? I feel like you were here at the top. Yeah, you were. You're just being quiet. Technically, many jobs had their debut in 3. Yes, many jobs did. Some jobs have their debut here. I feel like if you look at the job system, as we see it in 14, despite the fact that a lot of the people claim their love for 3, I feel like the job system from 5 much more strongly inspired 14 as we see it. But maybe that's also because in a lot of ways 5s is just 3s but better.
Yeah.
Also, if you've done... Sorry, go ahead.
5s is a straight improvement on 3, for sure.
If you've done Battle on the Big Bridge in 14, you'll know this theme.
Yes, it's a really good theme.
Looks like monsters are taking the bridge. Stay on your toes.
Oh, that's so cute.
I was not expecting that design.
I love them. I want to see these in 14.
I do too. That would be a great minion. If nothing else.
That would be a fantastic minion. It could also be like a Charlian like mammoth, like the little fancy mammoth.
Yep. I was thinking that exact thing. Yep.
Oh, that's so cute.
Hey! Palette swapped Gilkin.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm gonna send you the concept art for these because it honestly feels like it's got like a It feels like a Kingdom Hearts enemy to me for some reason.
Ooh. Uchikita.
It is a no more.
Never watched it before. Not a fan of that genre of things. What? Like super? Like oh, what is it called? The genre Super Sentai. The genre.
Tahoe.
Yeah.
Have you never watched Power Rangers?
I'd be surprised. My thing is I really love props and costumes, obviously from a young age as a kid, and there's just a lot of really amazing costume work and prop work on the Power Ranger show, on the like Super Sentai shows and those kinds of shows, especially for the budget they're at. So if you like hand props, those shows are great.
I should clarify. It's Tokusatsu. Tohoku's a part of Japan.
Tokusatsu. I was about to say Tohoku. Isn't Tohoku the bullet hell and that whole thing? Isn't that where?
That's Tohoku is like northern Japan.
Like Hokkaido?
No, just below Hokkaido. It's like
Oh, okay, like northern part of.
It's
Honshu.
northern Honshu, yeah, basically.
Okay. I don't know why I've never heard that before. Yeah, Tokusatsu. That makes sense. I was like, because you kept saying, I was like, I trust you because I don't know it, but I was like, I feel like there's more to that phrase or that term. Yeah,
What is
Tokusatsu.
the
Thank you, Infinite.
Oh.
Okay. Just realized that and arrived at current time. Okay. Haha, guess who's been waiting behind this door the whole time? Yes, it's me. Took you long enough too. I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Anyway, it's go time. Hey, ho ho. Greg, gonna go.
Oh yeah, Infinite. Some of the kaiju and also like the general like big bad designs in Tokusatsu are absolutely gorgeous.
Wait, enough of this. I made an error in judgment.
Oh.
Haha, just kidding. Fooled you again. Find all four of you?
We're just letting him talk.
It's just too tough for me. Certainly couldn't possibly win. Nah, ha! I lied, like a rug. Oh, I kill me.
He's so camp.
I love it. Here's something I didn't remember about 5, and I'm actually really appreciating about 14, Gilgamesh and 14 more. I didn't remember him being such a non sequitur even in 5.
Yeah, he is.
Ugh, goodness gracious. Just remembered something. See ya. So I thought I must take my leave. I'll wait. But we'll meet again. Count on it. I mean, even the running away is just like Tokusatsu.
Yeah. He's so charismatic.
I didn't remember him as I thought like his tonality fit what he was in. And to be fair, his tonality still fits 5 a little bit better. But when he just like he's like the out of nowhereness of 14. It makes sense that he ends up in Manderville because it's so appropriate for him.
It's so
for that tonality. but now it makes so much more sense because they actually did translate him pretty 1-to-1. It's just that he's also a little bit of a non sequitur even in 14 or even in 5. Is this his first appearance in FF? Yep.
Yeah, it is. He appears in 1 in the remake additional stuff, but not in the original.
Yeah, but if you start counting that, then you got to start counting all sorts of things that are.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean that those things came later.
They did.
Yeah, the Battle of the Big Music is the boss music as trial, definitely Jackson. Yeah, 100%. It's one thing I like about 14 is that most of the time, or at least when they do it right, which is I find is most of the time, it's not important that you know anything about earlier Final Fantasies, but when you do know the callbacks, it's definitely fun.
It enriches it, I think.
Yeah. Kryl!
Grandpa, the barrier! Look out!
Oh, damn.
Oh!
Cool.
Boss Forefield.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Ooh!
God, are we dead?
I mean, we should be, or at least our spine should be broken.
Grandpa! Grandpa!
Damn. Yeah, Kryl is one
Yeah, I
of the
feel
playable
like-
characters in this, Jackson.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, we should be dead.
And Crip, yeah, I definitely feel you on the visible practical effects thing.
Any idea where this is?
Yes, there's gotta be Glosenia, the back of Beyond. Crawling with monsters, too. Figures would be thrown someplace like this.
Yeah, everything around Kryl and Galif and their relationship in, well, I guess it's slightly different in 5 for a number of reasons, like both between the adoptive daughter stuff and father versus grandfather and yada yada. No, yeah, Galif and also the Baldizian Annex music, if you've listened to that, it comes from this and is part of their theme.
Yeah.
Galif, sorry about all this. I mean, we came to help you, but you ended up helping us.
As usual, and I mean it, you know. It really didn't have to come. That'll some bums, the lot of you.
Good to see you too.
Still, good to see you again.
Oh,
I like the character beats in this game.
Yes, me too. They're so much better than the previous ones. I've been really getting back into like wuxia, like manhwa and stuff.
Good. I mean, it's never a waste of time.
No, I just find wuxia to be so charming and so like appealing.
I mean, if you like practical effects, man.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean like manhwa, like so like manga basically. Like
Oh,
Chinese
okay.
and Korean manga.
Yeah.
They're always like not well written, but they're so it's typical wuxia. It's like it's not really well written per se, but it's so fun.
I've barely engaged with it, so I couldn't tell you. Are they typically not well written? Like, what delineates, what gives them their style? Also, sorry, just real quick, these enemies are fucking wild, which is saying something for some of the things that we have fought.
What was that
But
flying
I also
pig
appreciate
thing?
it. Yeah, I don't know, but also I appreciate it because we're in another world, so the fact that the enemies are wild actually feels appropriate.
That's true. Ah, good point. The flying pig looks like something that would go horribly wrong in like a familiar summoning ritual.
Mm-hmm. What if Angelo came out bad?
Exactly. Like, what if you put like a corrupted crystal in his pot or something?
Lady, good to see, glad to have ya. How you doing? Ooh, new gear. They look like ET spliced with a centipede. You're not wrong. I think I have some money, guys.
I think we have a lot of money, maybe.
I don't know why I have 7 dark bows, but I'm not going to question it. Oh, right. I'm not going to equip you with any.
So yeah, manhwa and manga. So like, obviously they have different art styles. Like it's more like a Korean comic style, and it's written left to right as well. But the so the ones I'm reading, the wuxia ones are like a lot of manhwa are wuxia, and they all like. It's strange that they're usually all set in different worlds, but they all share, like, so that they'll have the Tang clan in every wuxia series will be like a poison related martial arts clan, across like every author. So they have like a weird amount of commonality between them. But
Interesting. So they have conventions, but it's rooted in like certain world building conventions.
Yeah. So the Tang clan, for example, is rooted in a 1918 like manual of martial artists that was published in China that had like Sister Tang from Sichuan province is skilled in the use of poison iron sand. There's just like a random footnote in this one book, and now it's a thing in this.
And somehow it picked up and.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, these could be useful. Okay, now looking at these, I now see how the chemist could be very powerful.
Yes. I really want 14 chemists.
I do too. With each passing day, my desire for it grows, and I really think it could be a really fun, cool range DPS with its own style.
Yeah, they even teased it pretty hard in Shadowbringers with the little kid.
Yeah. That or Eorzean. Well, I don't even know what that would be as a job, but
you could meld the two.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah. Maybe like a support range DPS.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do is I was doing Hero's Gauntlet the other day, and I realized right before the Necromancer you fight some Ink Mages. So there actually is some references to Pictomancers, or at least something like them in 14.
Oh, interesting.
14 chemists should be a non-magical here. I hate that idea. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. I shouldn't be that vehemently against it. I really shouldn't, because it could be a cool idea. But I love the idea of ranged DPS because you could mix all sorts of potions with different effects, and there's like a broad range of things. But like just throwing potions at people's faces to heal them just doesn't make sense.
So I wouldn't mind it being a healer, because like in D&D, for example, which is not necessarily it's not definitive for Final Fantasy, but it's it's usually you can play it as like a semi healer or a DPS or like a support. But I would prefer ranged DPS because it has that support angle. It still has the DPS, like you can throw fire bombs and acid and stuff. So
yeah. I would also defend my like the healing by throwing things at things has nothing to do with realism. There's plenty of unrealistic things like that. It's just like, I don't know. It feels like the whole idea of the archetype of chemist, the mixer that we get with Riku and Ten, like that sort of vibe. I feel like it's just more interesting as a range DPS personally. Also, we have 4 healers, we only have 3 range DPS. So it's where you can shoot people with healing bullets. Yep. Yeah. So definitely not realism isn't the problem. It works in Baldur's Gate 3. I was just thinking of Baldur's Gate 3, Jackson, so yeah. Okay, but I'm gonna chugging a bottle of stuff into your friend's face to heal them. What's more fun than that? I mean, for you, nothing else. For me, everything else.
That's true, Ray. That's Sator. I have like 2,000 hours in that game.
I have like maybe 100. Holy moly. Oh, right, because you do your RP thing with that.
Yeah, IRP and Sator, yeah. Because I
Where'd Galif go?
Mental illness. Where are you, Galif?
Galif getting drunk.
Yes. Where's Kryl?
Ah, now that's the stuff. Remember, she's back at the bridge.
Yes.
We got knocked all the way across the universe, and Kryl's still back at the bridge. Finally, a chance to try the famed Regal Brew. Kind of burns a path down your throat. Oh, Bartz, what's up? Did that ever come up in 14?
Regal Brew. Let me Google.
I feel like because I can also check the text of 14 later. Like here, let me pull up the.
It doesn't look like it.
Could you do me a favor? Could you find how it's spelled? I literally just lost it.
It's REGOLE.
REGOLE. Nope, nothing in the Final Fantasy text files for it.
Mm. Well, it's on this
Mailbox.
wild continent, right? So it could be on Mirror City.
Yeah, or Mirror City, New
yeah,
World.
New
We'll
World,
see.
yeah.
We'll see. I couldn't sleep. Come on, pull up a chair. Oh, this is like a nice little moment between this. Galif, I'm sorry. If we hadn't butted in, you'd have been able to get into Exdeath's castle. Nah, even if we had gotten in, the barrier would have destroyed us. And the slightest inkling had been finished. In fact, it's only thanks to you that we weren't all crushed. Galif. But you knew that once you came here, you could never return. So why'd you do it? No particular reason? Bartz, thank you. Hey, don't worry about it. Oh, that's... Dude, the amount of, like, hey, go when you go to an inn, just getting character beats, and it's not... Like, okay, technically it's plot relevant because it's moving their characters along, like, having discussions where they need to be in order to, like, progress that relationship, so it's been said so that the... I don't know, this game's just much more deft with having those moments.
It is. But then the writing is more... I wouldn't say the writing is subtle. I would say it's more subtle. And I don't mean that as in it's like understated in what it's doing, because it's not.
I would say it's definitely not. I would just say deft, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just much more effective and efficient, without being minimal.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Also, I love that we just have to buy one copy of a spell now. We don't have to buy all of like enough to equip the party.
Yeah. Although I don't know that I'll ever prefer. Like, I kind of prefer spells being tied to, like, your level rather than to buying them in shops.
Yeah.
I get, like, why it's a good progression mechanic, but it's also just, I don't know, it's just not that interesting. I mean, I guess leveling and getting a spell that way isn't that interesting either.
No, but it's okay, let me Google these guys, because they fascinate me. But yes, no, I don't like the... Oh, they're manta rays.
I mean, they look kind of like rays, but they also look kind of like... Purple vibrators got polymerizations with a manta ray.
See, I kind of thought they were supposed to be like a early life, like in the primordial soup, like a weird little thing.
Yeah.
But no, because Buristris is the like family name for manta rays.
That's cool. I have 117 day playtime in 14, and I played since 6.1. I have no idea how much time I have in there. I'd be curious to see Crepe that in contrast. Also, do you leave your computer on? But no, knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised that you actually played quite actively all that time. Today I learned that you can't name your 14 characters in the name of past Final Fantasy protagonists, including Clive Rossfield. Yes. Yep.
I wonder... No, I was about to say, I wonder if anyone had snagged that ahead of time, but before they changed it, but probably not.
Bet you not. One, because it's so specific, and two, because I bet you if they did, they would have changed Rossfield to like Russfold or like something. They would have like changed it just enough to work.
I think that cool. I think that one of the server technicians at Square Enix could have leaked the details of the name then to us, and we could have gotten the full name there. Like.
I feel like one of the earliest things we knew about 16 though was Clive's name too. So
we knew Clive, but did we know Russell?
I feel like when Clive was introduced, his full name was introduced.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay.
I thought so.
I suppose the most interesting way to get spells outside of Blue Mage stuff is like a skill tree.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what the Shield Dragon's weakness is?
Yeah, I'll do that.
I just thought to check. Leveling for spells isn't interesting, but at least you're not forced to spend resources to get them. See, but the thing is, it's interesting in that the like reaching there's a zest towards grinding of like I'm working towards something. So to me, well, that's not necessarily interesting. There's still the reward of being able to have tasks to work towards. Whereas this is just you must progress the story to arbitrarily get at that point. So while I agree with you, it's not necessarily more interesting. I still,
So it seems like you just have
But
to,
also,
you just have to beat it, and if you use physical attacks on it, then it will attack twice instead of once.
great. So I came in with my entirely physical party.
It's so you only have to get it down to half health and then it'll run away. But if you do manage to kill it in like one hit before it reaches half health, then you get massive XP.
I think I'm mostly gonna die.
It's possible. I guess we can always change up our party. Oh, Faris is a zombie.
Yeah. Yeah. When was the last time I saved, Nineri? We might be doing some...
No. This one has pretty good autosave, yeah.
Oh, right, I forgot. God, that's... God!
That's
I'm
big.
quite thankful for that. Okay, let's bring the jobs that'll actually help us this time. See, like, okay, here's the thing, too. If it has a good autosave, then having to... Final Fantasy V having to come up with, like, the proper counter is fun and interesting.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. Also, it's cool sprite art, the shield dragon, like that undead dragon.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card to me. Like a
Yeah,
undead
yeah.
red eyes.
Definitely feel that. I do that. Ferris. What do I got that's spellcasting with you?
Black mage all the time.
Okay,
Oh, did
let's
you
see how
see
this goes.
the concept art I sent you, by the way? The no more.
Oh, no, let me pull it up. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely see that. Here, let me pull it up for this. Also, again, sorry that the stream's gonna get weird for a second. Be prepared. But yeah, I definitely see it, especially if you compare it to like early like the early Sora kind of design.
Yeah.
That like kind of pencil sketch. I'd always close my game when I stop to do something and plan on coming back later, but most of that is active play time. Yeah, I believe it. They remind me of face huggers. Yeah. Definitely more ooey gooey face huggers, but for sure. It's your series, Overheard in Eorzean, over on Twitter. Ray, did you ever happen to post the Miracle Lore in the Balance? I may have missed it.
Yes.
Yeah, you did. Cool.
Yeah. We got what? We got a summoner, a time mage, and 2 black mages.
Let's see what Titan does.
I wonder if that counts as physical.
We're gonna find out!
Have you been watching
How much health is it?
Fiona and Cake?
Okay, magic doesn't work.
Oh, what? Hold on. Wait, really?
You lied to me, Nineri. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. Also, how much health does it have?
It has 20,000, but you only need to get it down to 10. Wait, are you sure it's immune to Mercury? What's it immune to? We're dead. It shouldn't be immune to Mercury. Oh. No? It's just got high magic defense, I think. F's in chat. F's in chat for the party.
Okay. Des comes in just to say the one thing, F.
Are you
Okay.
sure it's immune to magic?
Well, it's not immune, it has reflect.
Does it have auto reflect maybe? Let me check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also love the imbalance, but good, Light, thank you.
If anything,
Actually,
also,
let me check.
it also has auto protect and auto shell, so
That's lovely. That's just what you want to see. Big bridge. see, so we go to the pub. You now want to head to the south of map you'll pass soon. Oh, okay, we can come back here later. This is a later location. That's why. This is an optional thing. That's why we were having a hard time. It's for much different
okay.
levels.
That makes sense. Oh, so, well, thank you for your respects, Dustin.
What job should I? Let's level. Who here has played 5 a bunch? Because I have a question.
We normally have a guide, but I don't think they're in him.
Well, I just have a question: is like when Galif trades places, does Kryl have the levels that Galif had? I guess it would make sense because if the experience is stored in the crystal shards, it would make sense that they'd be able to trade off.
Yes. Let me Google. Yeah, she gets all of his abilities, levels, and equipment. The only difference is that she has different base stats. So she's got higher agility and magic power, but lower strength and stamina. Okay, but they're apparently negligible differences anyway.
Yeah, that was not gonna matter.
Oh my god, I forgot about how Lena's is that Beastmaster? Oh, Berserker.
Yep. Oh no, that's Berserker. Yeah.
She looks like a B-movie character.
Yeah, certain very specific type of B-movie character. I'll tell you what. FF's in chat. God damn it. Also, for those of you, actually, I don't know if anyone is here, but I was doing P10S with some of the people from the community, and every time I was getting knocked across the arena by the tank attack that knocked you go across the arena on P10, I was saying a different flavor of Mountain Dew, and then one of the flavors I said was Voodoo, and everyone was like, that's not a real flavor, and I am here to tell you that Mountain Dew Voodoo is absolutely a real flavor. However, I've never tried it, so I'm going to try it right now.
Oh, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried any Mountain Dew except for normal. We don't have it over here or in the UK. I want to try Baja Blast.
I just have... I have things to say about that, but first I was going to say, so they have so many flavors over here, it's not even funny. And I'll make sure to bring some Baja Blast with me whenever I come see you. Because I actually do need to go to Singapore for some reasons, actually. Oh, really? For some personal reasons. At some point in the next couple years. That actually have to do with documentation. But... Oh, there's the pigs. There's your devourers. Or are those fairy orcs? No, those are the fairy orcs.
Oh my god, what a charming movie.
This tastes like... Who here has ever had the white mystery flavor Airhead?
No.
Because if you have, that's what this tastes like. In solid form, I'm a fan. In liquid form, not so much.
Oh, if you cast Cure on a fairy orc, it casts Curaga on you.
That's cute and also unnecessary. This is like more...
Oh, is that what I think it is?
It's what you think it is, and listen to the music.
Oh, yeah. By the way, the fairy orc is literally called Ferryoku in Japanese.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey. King Mug.
I gotta say 14's version's better.
Oh, I mean, 14 version is definitely better. However, at least it came from somewhere, which is nice. Oh, we're gonna do the Moogle voice. I can do the Moogle voice again. Kupo. Never thought we'd see a Moogle out here. A Moogle? Strange little creatures that live in the forest. They're pretty timid, though, so you really catch such a fun.
Let's help it. Is this our first Moogle? No. Yes.
No, it's not. No. They're in 4, I'm pretty sure.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are. Yeah.
But this is the first time that they get major like screen time. And one of the things I find interesting is that 5, to me, like even with like the relationship between Bartson and his Chocobo, I feel like 5, one of the things 5 did is it like took things that had been put in other ones and made them more stapley.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's...
Like it Voodoo is the flavor I will not hear the slender. Yeah, Frostbite is the best flavor. The one time I've had free hand since I'm at work, so I had to play my respects. Speaking of P10, while farming P1 for tomes, I realized Eric has a line, "You will go no further." Yes. Yes. Which then gets repeated by P10. "You will go no further."
So apparently every year Voodoo has a different flavor, and they only reveal it after the Halloween period.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that was a thing until this year for some reason. However, it says Voodoo 2023.
It seems to have been Candy Corn, Fruit Candy Explosion, Fruit Candy Chew, Sour Candy, and then 2013.
I think it's gonna be Cotton Candy. Oh yeah, of course there's Mountain Dew Wiki. Do you know that there's so much lore and history to the Mountain Dew flavors, it's not even funny. You know, it's funny because I remember 6 being the first time that they really introduced a bunch of like water bullshit, like with going down the rapids.
Yeah.
However, I'm noticing that there is a couple events in this. Oh, hey, speaking of whoever asked if there were things from 5 in 14, it's very clear that the shipwreck area in 5 was the inspiration for the Siren Song Seed.
Very, very clear.
Dungeon. Like, it's very much that.
Yeah, we had
like it's not just like, oh, some sunken ships. It's like even some of the like layout.
We had like a big drama over it. Oh, well, a big shout. Oh yeah, they're in 3. The Dogas guys, but they're not in 4. Okay.
Really? Why did I think they were in 4? I wonder if it's because they're in the DS remake and I'm thinking about that.
They're not. They're not in the DS remake.
No? Then what am I? I wonder what I'm thinking of.
Mountain Law.
No, they're not. They're not in any version of 4. Yeah, you were right. It's definitely 3.
Look at the blood slime. Why isn't it red? Oh, by the way, check your DMs when you can. I sent you another concept art.
On it. Oh my god. You know what's funny about those Orcus? They look kind of like oh my god, Ultros and what's the other Typhoon?
Oh yeah, Ultros and Typhoon. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I see that.
Kind of looks like Typhon, but if you made a pig head.
I actually completely see that. Yeah, it looks like Typhon. Yeah.
Everything is Loplo. Yeah, I wasn't thinking of the Hummingways though, because like I remember those being the Hummingways. I must have just, you know what I maybe did is that in 3 they have, I think, the Moogle letters thing, or I might have just been thinking about the fat Chocobo and that whole system. I don't know. I crossed some wires. Anyways, thank you for the correction. That's the important part.
In the 3D remake of 3, they have the Mognet system. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I probably thought of that, and then when I think of 3 and 4 DS remakes, I kind of like just overlap them because their style is so similar.
Yeah, but when they released like the same year, they were released very, very close to each other, weren't they?
Were they? I only remember 4 when 4 was released because I got that on DS. I don't remember when 3 was released because I didn't play that one until like a year or 2 ago.
So FF3 remake was released in 2006. FF4 remake was released in 2007. Oh, not the same year. Okay.
Oh my god! These fucking octopuses are called Moogle Eaters.
Oh, I like that. It's like Lalafels.
That's a good detail.
It's Lalafell lore. It's world building. That's that ecology building.
Speaking of, are you excited? Because we're going to the South Sea Isles as a variant dungeon.
Yes, I'm extremely excited.
Obviously, they obviously have not confirmed this yet, but like it's
the South Sea
Isles. What's happening. Yeah, the Alola Islands are definitely.
We're gonna see the giant Lalafell eating birds.
Well, that would probably be one of the bosses, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
I mean, if anyone on the crew has been paying attention to the lore, and based off of Sildi Subterrane and Mount Rookon, I gotta imagine at least some of them are, that has to be at least one of the enemies, if not one of the bosses.
Yeah, they probably have like a board of things they've mentioned maybe in the past to do with these things that they put together when they start to develop it.
My understanding, based off of some recent comments, is more often than not, it's that the writers or developers come up with stuff they want to do, and then they bring it to Oda, and Oda's like, okay, that doesn't work great, but here's how we could change it a little bit to work better, or Oda provides some ideas.
Right, I see. Okay.
I don't know that that's actually how it works. That's just there was a comment on that recently.
What game? There was a gaming dev team that hired a law, like a law regulator. They were advertising for it. Like someone to keep.
I don't know.
It wasn't WoW, was it? They needed.
Was it Warhammer? I don't know how they do that. They don't really have things in house. I'd point out that they literally have that with that has become Oda's job.
Yeah.
The only reason we got EE3 is because he transitioned, seems like, to that full time.
No, it was Sonic. They hired a Sonic expert. Oh, and apparently they had one for Destiny as well. And I'm like, Destiny did not need that. It's not that big a world. Just make a lore Bible. Honestly, I could see that becoming an important job. Like, Bethesda could use it pretty hard.
Oh, I mean, if you want to make things interconnected and you want to make them, like, if you're gonna, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, that's, like, I should get Kick going. Oh,
I'm so glad to hear that, Raven.
I'm back. I will be okay. Oh, that's great, Raven. Because, I mean, it's not just about lore, right? You don't want to be dictatorial, but also one of the benefits of having someone who can keep the lore consistent is you can also potentially try to keep the tone semi consistent.
Yeah.
Or at least help it be influenced that direction.
I see that. I think this is like that's a natural job for both of us. Like, we should just do that. We should apply for that.
Oh my god, I'd love to do that. Another thing I'd love to do in 14 is just be one of the staff writers, not necessarily writing I would enjoy writing quests and stuff, but like just go in, for instance, and punch up certain things. So for instance, when you turn in a quest for the Loporrits, slightly change the dialogue for every job that you could turn it in as. So if like you turn in there's one of the Loporrit tribal quests that you turn in lights for, and when you turn them in, if you turn them in and you as a cook, the Loporrit might be like, do these lights smell burnt to you? Or if you turned it in as a carpenter, it's like, did I just get splinter from a light pole? Or just like a little bit of flavor or something. That would be fun.
Be careful, Mr. Moogle.
You're painted.
Yeah, I agree. That would be a fun thing to do.
Kupo.
Look at this little skeleton. It sounds Undertale. Watch out.
See, I look at that and all I see is dry bones from Mario.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now it looks less like dry.
Oh Jesus.
Oh shit.
That's cool.
That is really cool. That force perspective, like, definitely.
The sprite work's been really good this game.
Yeah. It's like you're saying, like, oh.
Oh.
Glad I killed it.
Glass cannon.
Seems like it.
It seems like the Moogles are like.
I mean, he is nothing but bones.
Yeah, that's true. It seems like the Moogles are having a tough time with it in this world.
How would that thing even eat it? It doesn't have a stomach.
It just wants to chew him up a bit. Oh, you must have been so scared. It's okay now, don't worry. Come closer.
Kupo.
It's all right now.
Kupo. Kupo. What's going on?
I think it wants us to follow.
Oh, interesting. The sprite doesn't have a palm.
No, that's true. But does it have a palm at all?
I don't know. You should check the concept art or see if there's any combat sprite art.
Yeah, let me find out.
Oh, interesting. It's staying in the forest.
Yeah, it's avoiding the deserts, I guess.
I wonder if there's stranger stuff out there. It wanted to use Moogles as a chew toy. I mean, yeah, I mean, seems like it.
Oh, the artwork is so cool. What the hell?
You want to pass it?
Let me grab it. Oh, that looks awesome. My internet's gone slow all of a sudden. Okay, there you go, sent it. He's like, oh, he's like a druid, a little Moogle druid.
Oh, wait, this isn't the original concept art, is it?
This is
like this is the FF5 concept art?
Yeah, this is the FF5 Moogle concept art.
Dude, that's fucking rad. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay.
I don't think.
I really want. I really want this Moogle in the game in 14.
Yeah.
Like if we find Moogle, if we find Moogles in Mericidia or Moogles in the New World.
Geomancer Moogle.
Geomancer Moogle, yeah. I really want that.
That would be awesome.
Just sit up in my chair.
Have you ever seen the original Moogle concept, like the first ever Moogle concept art?
I'm sure I have. I don't remember what it looks like.
Let me send it to you.
I must have at some point. Zach, good to see you. Glad to have you. I was wondering where you were streaming at. Yeah, we're streaming over on this channel now, just so that it doesn't mess up. Doesn't mess the click-through rate over on the main channel.
There you go.
Been trying to do community. We do post when we're going live and all that on Discord, and as well, I've tried to put some community posts up on the YouTubes, but sadly, it doesn't get to everyone.
Welcome to me.
Dude, Demands! Good to see you. Glad to have you. Yeah, YouTube's not great about that. Usually the Discord's the best place for that, if you sign up for notification. Dude, that Moogle looks like it was written by the artist for Yu-Gi-Oh! When he was writing, like, in 1996.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a Karibo type, like, thing. Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen, like, some of his, like, capsule monster, like, Dungeon Dice Monsters and designs?
I used to love
like, real early on.
I love the concept of Dungeon Dice Monsters, but I didn't really like the execution.
Yeah, I've played it a couple. I've actually played. They had a box set game version of it. They sold in the Americas for a while. I don't know if they sold it anywhere else, but it was fun.
Yeah, for sure. I feel
but
like,
yeah, it definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like they could really like. I honestly feel that they could make something about that, like an online version of that now that might actually be kind of.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, can you imagine something like that in like VR?
Yeah, that would be great, and you could have like they could do
yeah.
like they could put personalities into the monsters and stuff for like a little bit, and
yeah,
it'd be so good.
Okay, Nanir, I think we've got an idea we need to pitch.
Right? Oh, it could be gacha, and I know that's not a good thing, but they would make like a lot of money out of it.
I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. I think gacha's problem is not actually to do like I think there are some fundamental qualms with gacha. Gacha's issue is its pricing schema. Like,
yeah.
If you could pay $50 in a gacha game and feel like you had a really meaningful and, like, fun time as rewards from that, you know, like the cost of a full-price game, it would be fine. But the problem is you pay $60 and you feel like you get power crept out in a week and a half. It's
yeah.
like, and I think the two things that prove that is, one, if you took all the monetization out of gacha completely, the fundamental idea actually isn't necessarily bad and could be a fun and entertaining thing and kind of just fun to, and a good way to, like, propel players towards trying out things they wouldn't normally try. Also, games like Genshin show that if you have, I mean, Genshin's not great, but compared to almost every other gacha, Genshin's phenomenal in terms of its cost to like value ratio. At least with things like the battle pass and yada yada. So all that to say, we don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Hold on to your gacha idea. We got some dungeon dice monsters. Can you imagine like the dice falling down and rolling it, like going to like shaking, vibrating, golden lights explode, and boom, it pops open, and we got a creature.
Yeah, and then you could do like little archetype teams and stuff. Oh, it'd be so good.
We gotta talk to Konami.
Yeah, right. Oh. See, it's stuff like that. Oh,
Is it-
so cute.
It's very cute. Kupo.
I'm kind of getting like Sylph vibes.
Mm-hmm. Kupo. Which I mean makes sense. They're from in 14. They're in the Shroud.
Yeah.
So that they took some of those ideas and definitely, you know, like the place right before the Sylph lands. It definitely feels more.
I think it's the Moogle we helped before.
Kupo.
Are you thanking us? I imagine he just attacks now. I want to see inside the Hobbit hole. Oh.
Is helping the Moogle optional?
Surely not. But maybe going to its village is.
I guess that's a good point. We wouldn't have to follow after. Kupo.
I think it's telling us we can keep whatever's in the chests.
Well, did they put one gil in a chest?
That's a lot of money for a Koopa, for a Moogle.
It's mandatory? Okay, thanks, Grape. I got distracted building outposts in Starfield till I lost track of time. No worries, as long as you're having a good time.
Oh, I love this. Can we go in the
It
other
is very
houses?
cute. Let's find out.
Oh, none of them are decorated.
A Moogle costume?
Yeah, absolutely.
My life is complete. Final Fantasy V is S ranked.
Imagine this in the 3D remake.
I can't believe this game has peaked already.
Right.
Okay,
good.
yeah. 5's pretty good. And also, did this start the trend of dressing up in costumes? And also, is this where Final Fantasy X-2 got the idea to dress up as a Moogle?
Yeah, oh yeah, for the dress fair. Yeah, I guess it could be, right? Oh, this is so cute.
I don't know if you saw it, but I just actually spit water.
Oh, I didn't see it. You're on my other screen.
I was taking a drink right when the Moogle started hearting all over us.
It's so cute. His little like dance, his little steppy looks.
Oh my god, this is like playing RuneScape circa 2004 and playing as a woman. All you have to do is talk to someone and they give you free stuff.
Ooh.
The chest contained Elven Mantle. Nice.
So Moogles are so like I guess they are in 14 as well, but like in their origin they're so like Fey coded almost.
Well, I still think they absolutely are in 14 as well. I mean, especially in 1.0 particularly, but still in 14. It's still in 2.0.
Yeah, I think in 1 and 2.0
And even-
they are, yeah. I think the city
Like,
Sea of
1.0
Clouds one's a bit less though, maybe.
Yeah, the Sea of Cloud ones, I think a little bit less so, but I think they still are the way they hide, the way they, you know, it's a different type of energy. But it's not as traditional high fantasy, but I still think it is very Fey folk.
Yeah.
I think the way in which it's slightly less is that they don't present. They're not as much of a danger, right?
Yeah.
Like they are a danger, but their dangerousness is kind of always played a little bit for laughs. Like they never seem like a genuine threat.
Yeah, it's almost more like they exist in the. Obviously, they're sort of hidden, which I think is very Fey as well, and the fact like that you can walk through their village and not see them or their buildings and stuff. And they're mischievous, they're a bit trickstery.
Also, I'm gonna do a clap, guys. Let me know when you get on stream. I'm curious if there's much of a delay on stream. Okay. So I think we've done everything here. I think we went in all the houses. Okay. There's only 5 seconds left.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, some attack you with magic, but to your point, yeah, they attack you with weapons and fail with that, yeah.
There is a black mage.
They kind of attack you with everything.
Yeah, they everything that was in the game at that point.
Well, even the ones that attack you in the cloud are for like the Dark Knight quest, right?
Oh yeah, that's true actually. I want a samurai Moogle.
It just took me a second to process that. Yep. Okay. Then go to the center, get a Moogle suit, then go to the building to the left and talk to the Moogle. Get the last item, talk to the Moogle. Far right. Oh, okay. I had to re-talk to this Moogle again. I want to get the Moogle suit. Let me wear the guy. Okay, if I could mod this game with one thing, it would be to let me wear the Moogle suit the whole game.
And get like unique dialogue.
Yeah, or something. Also, why do the Moogles have a Moogle suit? I have questions.
That's a good question.
I feel like, you know, like a great like story is that there's, if you, especially in a 3D remake, there's actually like subtle hints that there was once another person who lived amongst the Moogles and they are the one who fashioned the Moogle suit or something. Like you could create a whole thing.
It would probably be like Chadley. It would probably end up being like Chadley, who lives in the village and dresses up as a Moogle to study him.
Cuckoo, po-po. What's he doing?
Wow, nice room. Oh, she has a Moogle.
What's going on? Why are you so excited?
Kupo. Is something the matter?
It's Grandpa. He's in the Moogle village. Moogles can communicate through telepathy. Even when they're far apart, they can keep in contact with their minds.
That's a pretty powerful
Moogle. Yeah, the Moogle village. That's pretty far from here. Are they just a hive mind?
I know, and the Windrake is too tired to fly.
The Windrake says, "Stop talking shit. I'm fine."
That means, gee, thank you. He says he has just enough energy for one more flight.
If you're certain it's all right.
Aww, so cute. I love this game. It really feels like they're putting in so much effort.
Yeah, just little extra touches. What's going on? Like 5 is 4 with extra touches and a lot like more time to like polish further and add more onto it. And then 6 feels like to me they like decided, okay, how do we step it up from there? You know?
Yeah, I see that.
Kupo po po. Po po. Huh? Nose? Po.
Have you seen Infinite's message in chat?
Day 56. I think Koopa Koopa is starting to suspect me. You might know I'm not a real Moogle. I will try to say Kupo more, but I think they'll get me eventually. God, that would be so funny.
Gee, where is the Moogle forest anyway?
Kupo po.
At the nose.
Oh. Ah, okay, I see. Is it like a face?
I guess.
It's not very well made. I see the effort.
Cuckoo, po po.
Cryo! Grandpa!
How did you find us?
The Moogles told me you were here.
Oh. This game's peak.
Grandpa, we should hurry back to the castle.
Oh gosh.
I also feel like the amount of... What's up?
I thought it was tired. It like struggled to take Cryo here, and I was thinking all of
Well,
it.
I was thinking that too. It's taking all of them. It's crazy. I guess the flight itself must be the
Yeah.
main... All the cool Moogles are waving.
It's not a very good face.
Yeah, to your point, Crepe, they're a bunch of wimps.
The Moogle.
I'll take.
Good question.
I'll take the Windrake back to his roost so he can rest. Okay.
The Moogle fell to his death while we were riding. Oh no, they've got wings.
Okay, the idea of a Moogle falling off something and then realizing they can fly is pretty funny.
Like only 3/4 of the way
Like-
down did they realize.
Yeah, like imagine a Moogle like falling off an airship in 14, then all of a sudden it being like, oh wait.
Yeah, there's like
King
5 minutes
Galuf.
of them screaming, and then they're like, "Oh, wait."
Thanks for holding down the fort while I was gone. King Galuf. What's the situation with X-Death? There's been no activity since the barrier went up. I see. And our troops? They've been almost entirely wiped out by X-Death's monstrous horde. I'm sorry, sire. All this time I thought you were just some crazy old man. You never said anything about being a king. Must have slipped my mind. Well, it sure is a surprise and a half. Good job, men. Go get some rest. Yes, sire. Bart, what is it? You still got that funny look on your face. It's you, a king. I can't get over it, that's all. You saying I'm not the epitome of kingliness? That is correct. What? Just kidding, but I guess I'd better mind my P's and Q's around you. Where does that term come from?
P's and Q's. Huh. I don't know actually. It sounds very British.
Mm-hmm. King Galuf.
What does it mean?
Listen here, before you knew me as a king, you knew me as a friend. Just Galuf is fine. Understood, just Galuf. Don't push it, kid. Here in Ball, bad jokes like that will get you pun-ished.
So it doesn't seem that there's any confirmed origin, but it's related to learning the alphabet for some kids. Like currently, D, B, P, and Q is like
Messed up a lot or something?
Yeah, because you get them the wrong way around, I guess.
Huh. But why not like J and, well, whatever. Kupo po po. Also, if I'm not mistaken, Moogle Trial was released for Ninja was... Moogle would have been, what, 2.2? Because 2.1 didn't have a lot going on. Or... Because 2.1 basically was kind of made in a hurry. It's mostly the Flamine stuff. Did they add 2.1?
Oh yeah, the Flamine stuff, yeah.
Because Leviathan was coming and then they had to push that back because of the tsunami.
Right. Oh
okay.
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, they like changed. No, okay, so this is 2.1. And Ninja was 2.25, right?
Earlier than that, wasn't it? Like 3 or 4.
For the when it was released. Well, oh, I may be thinking of Rogue was added in. They added at the same time.
They must have been. Right?
Ninja was 2.4.
Well, Moogle was before that.
Yeah, Moogle Mug was 2.1, so it'd be by a lot we know it was definitely. I'm just checking to see if Rogue was released in 2. Yeah, Rogue was same time, so it was 2.4. Yeah, but by quite a few months.
I wonder if they went back and added it, or if it was a teaser, maybe?
Well, when they... I'm sorry, can you say that again?
I wonder if they went back to Moogle Mug and added the Rogue NPC, the Rogue Moogle, because there's a Rogue Moogle in the fight.
Well, they've done the redo of it, so they might have changed the design between the old one and the new one. But I doubt it. I bet you it was. I bet you it was the new rogue was coming, so they just put it in.
Yeah, there was always.
There's no way they like. Yeah, because the rogue was an idea that they had before, like, that was kind of like cut from 2.0.
Yes. Right.
Oh, this music also gets used in 14. Where does this get used? Did it get used in Crystal Tower?
No. I don't. I know it looks like Crystal Tower in here, but I don't think so. What's this place called again? Oh, Castle of Ball.
Yeah.
Let me have a look.
Castle Ball basement music. Yeah, see if you can find it. I swear to God that's used in 14 somewhere. Maybe Eureka Orthos or something?
Musical themes. It is.
Dude, this enemy's called Objet d'Art. Is it like just. Is it French?
Yeah, I think it means like an artful object or something. Castle of Dawn. Sorry.
Maybe I'm just remembering it from Final Fantasy V itself. That'd be wild.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
What?
apparently, so this is called Baal, right? And apparently that is the root of Val, which makes sense. It's in Galof's world. So the root of Island of Val is according to the wiki.
Yeah.
Val.
So in Japanese, when R and L's.
Yes, of course.
Those are confused. B and V is also confused because of how because of sounds and reasons. So so this is Castle of Val or Ball.
Yeah.
I guess when they relocalized it, they kept it as Ball. But that's super. The Isle of Val is named after. I had no idea. I love learning shit.
Yeah, right. It keeps surprising us. There's so many callbacks.
For those who don't remember, the Eureka, they're one of the islands of Charlene was known as the Isle of Val, and that was the island that the Baldesion, the group of the students of Baldesion and Galuf and all his people were set up on, and the Baldesion Arsenal, and so basically the Baldesion Arsenal is effectively his castle, and then obviously it became Eureka. But are any interesting weapons to buy? Seems like the same stuff in case I missed it at the, yeah, just the same stuff in case I missed it at the other place.
Huh. Yeah, so...
I love it when they had little things.
Yeah, it's nice. So yeah, Crapper, it was a, Muggles could be rogues before players could. But,
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
And Muggles could be rogues before players could, yeah. But so could Thancred, right?
Yes, because, well, technically speaking, he's technically a gladiator. But yes, he was effectively the rogue class.
Yeah.
Especially in, what, 2. Is Leviathan 2.2 or 2.3? Either way, it was before 2.4, so...
Isn't Leviathan 2.3?
I think so. So what's 2.2? God, I've played through these quests before.
Oh wait, maybe Leviathan is 2.2 because it goes.
Because Remove's 2.3.
And then
Mercy 2.4.
No, Remove's 2.3 and then Shiva is 2.4, right?
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, 2.2 is through the Maelstrom, so yep. And then 2.5 was everything with MIDI, and
yes. Oh, maybe
technically there was another trial because there was the final steps of faith.
Maybe
Or
maybe 4 was MIDI and then 5 was Shiva.
No, because MIDI because MIDI's after Shiva. Because MIDI is part of the lead into
to Ishgard, to Ishgard, right?
Yeah.
But I thought we only fought Shiva after we went to.
No, because we fight her before we chase after her. She was added in patch 2.4, Dreams of Ice. Yes.
Oh, okay. So we've already been.
Because we chase. Because I think Snowcloak, if I'm not, Snowcloak might be patch 2.3, like the patch. Striking Tree card. Yeah, 2.3 was Ramu. 2.4 is Shiva. What was the frickin' dungeon? Oh, maybe there was no dungeon.
No, there was definitely.
Maybe well, I mean, there were 3 dungeons released, but I mean, there was no story dungeon. Yeah, because Snowcloak, Snowcloak in 2. Because they were releasing 3 dungeons per patch, and they did a bunch of hards and stuff. So yeah, Snowcloak was 2.4. Man, you chase after her and then go right after her really fast.
Oh, the story dungeon for 2.3 is Hullbreaker.
Right, but that's not really a story dungeon. You don't have to go there. It's an optional dungeon.
Is Hullbreaker optional?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
is Hullbreaker
Keeper of the
optional?
No, yes, yeah, Hullbreaker Hard is also.
Oh.
We'll double check that in a second. Keeper of the Lake is 2.5, and then Before the Fall Part 2. I don't think has any associated story dungeon. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god, I typed in like 2.55 and I just got a bunch of Reddit posts that are just like, is 2.1 through 2.5 skippable? It's like, Lordy. Let's see. Yeah, Hullbreaker. I wanted to look. Let's see if I'm right about Hullbreaker Isle. It's a little bit introducing.
Oh, yeah, they were. You're right. You are right. They were.
Yeah.
All optional. Wow, well, that's crazy. Because Hullbreaker Hard is so good. Like, it's so essential for like getting into Lenosha.
Like Merlwyb and Mistbeard and
just like, you know, getting almost like
God,
a kidship with all of the
right. Oh my god, why am I? Oh my god.
Like Rosalind.
Enzar Slaverson.
Yes, Enzar.
Enzar. If we open the gates, monsters will pour in. There's no way I'm opening it. Okay, well, could have fooled me. I mean, wait, don't I have to? I have Galuf with me. Galuf's not going to say "fuck you." Open the goddamn gates.
Yeah.
I should resub and play through the MSQ again. Definitely. I honestly, if you haven't in a while, I think there's a lot. And if you have never fully replayed through the MSQ, there's a ton of value in replaying through it. Like just the amount of things that you'll realize were clarified, set up, or explained, or the amount of. I mean, even just like playing through 2.0 and 2.x, just realizing how much Ishgard and Alamigo are like really hardcore set up is really. There's a lot to appreciate.
I think we should make Elio restream it all again and just like continuously be on a loop of restreaming.
If I did that, I'd have to do it like in a different way now. Like what I would do is I would just say, okay, I'm going to stream all of ARR in one sitting, and I will like sleep sometimes during. Like I'm just gonna like I'll sleep during streams, but I'm just gonna go through it hardcore.
That would be so exhausting. You would hate it at the end of that, I think.
I don't think so. I think I would. I think I would have a fun time if I had people to bounce off of. That would be the important part.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
All you.
Grail?
The Windrake, he's dying.
I don't blame him with us all on his back. What? What happened?
He pushed himself too hard. He was wounded. Shouldn't have been flying, but he took me to find you anyway.
He sacrificed himself to rescue us.
Is there any way for us to save him? We'd need dragon grass.
Dragon grass? Will that heal his wounds?
Yes, but I don't know if such a thing even exists in this world. Back home, Windrakes always nest near dragon grass. I expect these drakes are no different. If we go to where drakes roost, we ought to find dragon grass nearby.
If that's the case, then. You know a place? Our best bet is Drakenvale, the Valley of the Windrakes. However, no one has entered has ever returned. Guess that means we'll be the first to, who do. Guess that means we'll be the first who do. Barts! Drakenvale is north of the castle. It's just past Klib, the werewolf town. Hey, Demins, you came to the right stream!
Yeah.
But what about the monsters outside? There's so many of them. Don't worry, no monster is a match for the four of us. Right.
Together we'll be alright. And we'll bring back that dragon grass, never you fear. That's the result I want to see, Demins.
I wouldn't get delusional. I've done 24-hour live stream before, and it was the time. I've done 24 hours of a lot of stuff multiple times, and I've also stayed up for 72 hours straight. So especially if I'm going to be able to sleep at all, I think it'll be just fine. I think it'd be progressive. In some ways, it'd be worse in that each expansion would get longer. In some ways, it would be better because there'd be more voice acting and time to take breaks.
I think I would lose my mind. I would need to be like continually drunk.
How sloppy can you get the disco? Can you get the stream?
Well, you know full well I can get plenty sloppy on stream.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna. Oh no, because those were on Twitch. Damn it. Oh, I was gonna say I should upload on this channel our playthroughs of Disco Elysium and our drunk stream playthroughs of Disco Elysium and Elden Ring, where we barely played the games and just got wild.
That was crazy.
Open the gates.
But sire, excess monsters are waiting right outside.
Once we're clear, shut the doors and seal them tight.
Sire, if we do that, you won't be able to re-enter the castle. Hey, see, they can provide warnings here.
Yeah.
Are you certain that's what you want? Of course you do, Demins. Of course you do.
All right, now, close the gates and seal it. Don't let anyone through, no matter what.
If you so command. Take care, your majesty. Now I'm just imagining the scene from Young Frankenstein. Like, no matter what I say, no matter what I do not open this door. Close the door. Let me out! Have you ever seen Young Frankenstein?
I've not. I feel like that's
it's such a good
show. Or is it a movie?
Movie. It's Mel Brooks, so like Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, that kind of thing.
Okay, maybe I'll give it a watch. Is there anywhere?
Yeah,
Why do you stream it?
I don't know where, but it should be readily and easily available. It's on most things. And if not, I will give you a copy. You'd really, I think of all the, you'd like that. You'd like it for sure.
Okay, I like Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, if you like Blazing Saddles, you'll like it.
Okay.
Thanks. Didn't take long for Access Creep to spot us. On your toes, kids. Here they come.
Like it's got like American humors to it for sure, but it's very witty, and I think it's like a good in between British and American humor.
Okay. I mean, I don't mind American humor.
Oh man, my family constantly go, yeah, Frau Blucher.
Oh, undergrounder.
This feels safe.
There's some interesting names for enemies in this game.
I mean, to be fair, it's not a bad literal name.
Well, it's very accurate. I'll give it that.
I just realized I went east, didn't I? They said it was north of the castle.
It seems like we're doing alright.
Yeah. Let's Okay, yeah, that's going back towards the castle. Where snake? What the fuck does that even mean?
Oh, that's kind of sexy. I don't know.
That was not the response I was expecting, I'll be honest. Werewolf. There? There wolf. Yep. Speaking of werewolf jokes.
I want to see it turn into like a... Oh, it's like the Druids of the Fang from WoW.
What's this music?
It's funky.
The gate to Drakenville is to the north of the town. Finding it won't be a problem. The question is, will it be open? This is some very lively music going on
It
here.
feels like a pirate song. Like it would play in like a pirate hideout or something in one of these early games.
100%. Rats, it's Loctite. Figured as much. Guess we better find Kelger. Oh wait, right. There were a werewolf showed up earlier in this game. Remember the one who tried to?
Oh, yeah, it was just one. Well, yeah, because he's one of the warriors from Callous World, isn't he? So that makes sense that his village would be here. And then Bart's is
Halt!
Also.
Intruder! I feel like this is literally one of Demins' dreams. Like him walking into a bar, it's empty, walking out, and then a bunch of werewolves dropping from the ceiling and telling him to halt. Well, if it's a fight you want, then Bart's, calm down, they're our allies.
If our allies are pointing blades at us, I certainly don't want to meet our enemy.
Oh, Galif. Kelger! It's been quite a while, has it not?
Sure has, my old friend. Kelger here's one of the 4 Dawn Warriors.
He fought Exdeath with you 30 years ago? Oh, and you said this last time, but that reminds me that if you, one of the people in Galif's troops in Eureka, if you look, is a Lupin, and this is what that's referencing. And then Bart's dad is referencing another one of the characters.
Yeah, so they're all
cool.
like named for
That's really cool. That's a cool amount of intentionality. Who are the pups?
Folks from the world where we sealed Exdeath.
They're in league with Exdeath.
Oh, wait, no, we're not.
These cats are the one who destroyed the crystal and brought Exdeath back, and you've led them here.
You've got it all wrong. Listen.
Stand down, Galif. Bart's, or whoever you are, prepare yourself. I will test your blade.
What? Kelger!
Crony of Exdeath or no, show me what kind of warrior you really are. Stay back. I gotta sell this on my own.
Oh, I hope we're gonna get like a cool sprite for him.
Ha! Let's see how you handle my Lupin attack. Whoa!
This is... I feel like they picked up his sprite with a mouse and are just wiggling it around the screen at high speed.
There you are. Fucking knocked him.
Bart, there was no need to hurt him.
Well, you started this. Sorry about that, Kelger.
Damn, Kelger's not very strong.
How's about Kelger? Always overdoing it. Why don't you act your age for once?
Still, to foil my Lupin attack so easily, you're more skilled than I predicted.
Nah, just a trick I learned from my dad.
From your father? What was his name?
Dorgan.
What? What are you two making those faces for?
No way. You can't be.
Dorgan's son.
Yeah, so what's the big deal? What small worlds we live in, Bart. Your father, along with Kelger, Zezat, Surget, and I, fought together against Exdeath.
Who is Zezat?
In other words, what?
Who is Zezat Surget? That's a cool name.
Yeah, that was some names. In other words, Dorgan was one of the Dawn Warriors.
Wait, that's from this world?
Correct.
We followed Exdeath to your world, and then...
Oh, that's true, Demins. I wonder if that was a callback in Stormblood.
So in 14, Zezat is a Ari. Cool.
Interesting.
Is this guy immortal?
How much punishment can he take? Even when we knock him down, he won't stay down. We'll have to seal him here.
Yeah, that's our only out.
I wonder if he was an Auri because he's got horns. You can see his like.
Yeah,
horns.
he's got his big like horn. Yeah, that would make sense.
What are you saying? We can't just leave a demon from our world in another.
What other choice do we have?
Look sharp, lads. He's recovering.
Damnation.
Is he going to turn into a tree? Oh no.
Now there really is no choice. We must cast the seal. This chance may not present itself again.
I guess, like, really, Eureka is really the step in for Exdeath. Kind of, it's a very similar vibe.
Yeah, no, I definitely see that.
Dorgan, we can't seal him with the crystals unless all our hearts are united. Are you with us?
Dorgan.
Come on, Dorgan. Oh, damn.
Fucking open the hole in the darkness. This memory music is very interesting.
It is.
Kind of like how we used to have.
I feel like I've heard this song.
You like what we do? Consider showing your support for sign up for our Patreon. Thank you, Ruby.
Oh yeah.
You're certain you want to stay?
My mind's made up. But why? Safe journey. Dorgan.
I like this lore. It feels like they've really fleshed out the back more.
I feel like this might seem like damning with vain praise, but one of the nicest things I can say about it is that when even despite knowing the story, when I see these backstory bits, I care.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that 100%. It feels impactful to the characters and to the players.
Yeah.
Dorgan stayed in your world to watch over Exdeath's seal.
Wow, that's... Huh. This is gonna sound silly, but I really like that response because I like that Bart's is just like, this is big news, but also, I mean, cool? Like, instead of being like, oh no, my father was the grandest warrior ever to besought the land. What does this mean for me? What's my fate? What I do next? You know, something like.
Some Turgon sort of Hurin type shit.
Yeah. How fares old Dorgan anyway? 3 years ago, he got real sick, and... I see. My sympathies, son of Dorgan. Anything you ask of me shall be done. Need only name your request. Now, the weirdest thing I've heard this week, to be honest. Yeah, fair. I will have one of the villagers unlock the north gate.
Goddamn, we got the jaunty theme tune back again.
Lord Kelger is very sick. Overexerting himself earlier didn't help.
Everyone in this game has like a wasting disease.
Well, I don't remember, but if he's sick and Dorgan was sick, maybe they're all of them are getting sick. That
Galuf's okay though.
Currently.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, in hindsight, yes.
Whoa, that's some color.
Whoa.
Also, what? Okay, first off, they're called cursed beings, and with that color, I can't blame them. But also, what the heck is a Cornago?
It's floating in its hands. Look.
Yeah. Oh, I think actually it has frills on its hands, but that frill matches the color of the ground.
Oh, okay.
But I thought the same thing. Can you look up if Cornago's a real thing? That sounds like that's from, like, I don't know, like Mesopotamian or like Mesoamerican or something.
Cornago is... Oh, what was it? Cornago... What is it? It can't just be like a random word. Let me look up its katakana.
I mean, like, it just doesn't seem like something that they just like randomly came up with.
So
Maybe they did.
It's got the same name as a racing bike company from Italy. That can't be anything.
I mean, maybe there's something there. I mean, what? Maybe is the racing bike company named after a thing? I don't know. I swear, some of the archaic word choice and creatures that the people in Final Fantasy, the teams on Final Fantasy find, make me wonder, like, what are they reading to find these things? Especially like pre-internet, like, you know.
Yeah, they do go pretty deep, to be honest. Cornago.
Just running in circles in backyard with the boys, yeah, like you do. Why, question mark, question mark, question mark? That was weird.
Cornago. I can't seem to find anything on it.
That's crazy. Well, I thought for sure it was something. Oh, Jesus. Okay, God. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Drippy.
Okay, Poison Eagle. Just Drippy.
Drippy.
Can you look up Drippy? Did he ever show up again? Because if not, he should.
Is he wearing a bra?
I don't know what the fuck is going on with him.
No, I think he's just got big old boobies. Good for you, Drippy.
Drippy got the drip.
Drippy's got some concept art that's pretty fucking baller, actually.
Oh yeah, you gotta share me. You gotta share me that right now.
Nomura's kind of like on fire actually in this.
I will to my dying day defend that Nomura is one of the best concept, if not like, goes just as hard as Amano in concept art.
Yeah. I think for concept art, yeah, for like actual like full like a wall art type thing, you would want Amano. But
I mean, I think to me he's comparable. He's not quite as like legendary, but for me he's comparable. But that's also because I like his style. However, if you ask me about his writing, and maybe I'm a little less of a fan.
There you go. I sent you the concept art for Drippy. He's just like a little guy.
Well, he is just like a little guy. It's like a Humpty Dumpty, but with a goblin nose and face. Let me pull this up for screen. Look at that. He's just a little dude.
He's a little guy.
The name is literally Doripi.
Drippy. That's fantastic.
Doripi.
That's gonna really annoy me, the fact that I can't find where Cornago is from.
But I'm not crazy, right? I feel like that's just like there's something about that design that seems very from another culture inspired.
Wait.
In this grand scheme of things, we're all just little guys. Wise words, Demins. Wise words.
It can't be, because there's a Duel Masters card that has a frogman on it called Cornago, so it has to be from somewhere.
There we go. There's something here. Did that rock just run away? Yes, it did, and it ran away faster than I could even move. Infinite. You should check with Cornago. Try finding that Duel Masters card in Japanese and like toss me its kanji or katakana or hiragana, like whatever its name is. Maybe there's something here that's going on here in terms of its localization. That's weird. Nomura goes as hard as Amano. They even share lipstick preferences and character design, though Amano prefers it on guys and Nomura on girls. Yeah, that's an interesting and fair point.
This is crazy.
Jesus Christ!
I've just found something wild. Somebody on like
Well, I just found your favorite enemy in the game. The Bone Dragon.
Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
So there's someone's made this website on Angel Fire that's about like world building for FF5. Like they've got like lore, like home written lore on this on the Cornago from Galloff's World.
So what? They pulled an Eorzean archives like our website, but but with more like.
Well, this is
just for specifically for FF5.
Yeah, this is fanon. Like they talk about their larval stages and their diets and that they can be eaten.
That's such a specific Venn diagram of interests.
But does he have something for Drippy? If not, it's all over. Oh, he makes figures. He makes figures of random enemies.
He makes figures of the different enemies? This guy's getting cooler by the second. You gotta share that. Can you share this in the chat?
I would, but all of the images are dead on the site.
No! Is there an email or something? Can we contact him?
This could be our thing. I didn't do it.
Okay, a cave full of cats.
Oh, it's all the images are dead. That's so lame. This is a non-profit website. Yeah.
I wonder if they were all linked with Photo Bucket or something.
Yeah, probably. Oh my god.
Now the T-Rex skeleton is attacking again. Yeah, straight up.
This guy's based as hell. What?
Daenerys having a moment here.
I am sorry. He has an email.
Yes, contact him. Contact him. See if you can get photos and like tell him how much you love like the stuff he did, and we'd love to see his work.
Yeah, hold on. Let me send it to you, and then I'll get around to it. I love stuff like this. I love like weird niche stuff on the internet.
This could be the start of the greatest collaboration known to man. Yeah.
How did we
pay them to create? Here? I don't know.
I'll be in obsession with Cornago. I'll try to find his name.
Right, I guess yeah, Cornago and Drippy. Now I want a T-shirt that's like got the drip. It just says got the drip, except for it's just Drippy on it.
It has a picture of Drippy. I would wear that.
That would. I may need to contact lady, not lady in chat, other lady, and see if she'd be willing to like make that, because that sounds dope. It actually kind of sounds dope as hell.
That sounds really dope. Okay, let me Google image translate this, and then I can get the image. I can copy it from the. Sorry, everyone in chat. I hope you don't mind that I'm doing like a random.
I mean, it's important work. You're doing the Lord's work here. Why does this question mark rock keep running away from me?
I bet you get like a special reward if you kill it.
Oh yeah, I bet. Picture of Estinian in the got the drip shirt. Yeah. But definitely not that cursed CGI trailer that they released during FanFest, or maybe it was before it, with all three of the I think it's like all three of the there are three of the Scions. I think it's what, the Warrior of Light, Estinian, and Alice, maybe? I forget who it is exactly. In what is it, Nike, Reebok? It's something like that gear. But the CG animation of them, there's just something very uncanny about them and their proportions and how they're animated. They just don't move right. It's very weird. It was Alice, yeah. Don't kill question mark. Okay, I won't kill question mark.
Found a hiragana keyboard.
No, this is the best tangent ever. Someone I follow on Twitter who's huge Alice simp nerded out about that ad for week. That ad feels wrong. There's something about it. I rarely feel Uncanny Valley. Man, I watched the Polar Express and didn't have issues with the Uncanny Valley. Their faces were cursed. Yeah, like, you know, that's we're popping up. We're watching it. Give me a second. While Nanir goes on their tangent.
Yeah, while I'm slaving away in the Cornago mines.
Let me fix my display real quick.
That is it like a yokai maybe? Like a really niche yokai?
I mean, maybe. Okay, you're gonna see infinite screens for a second here, guys. Sorry.
Got it. I've copied it.
There we go. Okay, you got it. Sweet. I'm gonna pull up that freaking IV. What was it? Was it Nike?
So. Does he just mean frog?
FX IV. What was it? Puma. That's what it was.
Oh really? Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn on the sound just in case.
In case it's like copyright striking.
Yeah. There's something that's just like not. That's not.
I don't suppose it
The
could
posing, the posing, the characters, like it's just not those characters too. Like it's so clear that it's not. Like. Okay, I've said my piece. I'm so confused. You know it's cursed when Eorzean look even lankier. Yeah, Infinite. That's a great way of putting it. When Eorzean look weirdly lanky for Eorzean, you know it's bad.
Well, I think I would describe it as it looks like an NFT like showcase.
It kind of does. It's got that energy.
I'm losing my mind. Could it be like a corruption of like Kaoru, like Toads?
What I would do again, go find if you can find the Japanese name somewhere.
I have.
That's gonna be our best. Oh, you did? Okay,
yeah,
where is
I've got it.
Pass it to me.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Again, I really don't get uncanny valley feeling. So like when I do, it's Korunago. Korunago. I mean, it literally is Korunago. You know what? Let's pull that up in I got an idea. Because it's in katakana, it's probably a loan word, so that means it's almost certainly like Italian.
Is it from the? Okay.
What were we gonna ask?
No, I'm just. The only thing I can find is this Italian biking company.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm seeing too.
Coronado.
I got nothing.
No.
You know what I feel like it probably is? I feel like one of the people on the staff had a bike from that company or something, saw that name and went like, yep, I'm gonna use that.
But then why is it Duel Monsters card that's a frog?
Because they really liked Final Fantasy V.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe. That is so annoying to me. That's gonna keep me up at night.
You can further look into it, but I don't think you're gonna find anything. I'll just say it looks like she's about to bust into a Tupac verse without any sort of censoring. Yeah, there's just something about all the body language of that just does not feel right for those characters.
Okay.
Okay, that question mark.
So I've managed to track down the Duel Masters wiki, and I found the original English name of this card, and it lists.
Wait,
the
help! You've got to help me. Oh, he's being attacked by those guys.
Oh.
Okay, let's save him.
Okay, yeah.
It's a three-way. It's the three-way fight.
Nice. So the Duel Masters card wiki lists it as being named after the bike manufacturer for some reason.
Yeah, I guess they just really like that bike manufacturer.
Maybe it's like big in Japan.
Oh god! Oh god! No! Stop!
Oh, it's a berserker. Shit. Yeah, we have.
Thanks a ton. I'd rock if I could roll along with you again.
That's possible, Crapper. It could be the same guy named both, actually. It could be that he left Square and joined the Duel Masters development.
Oh, I like it. Learn Golem. Okay, awesome. Learn the spell.
Oh.
Learn Summon.
That felt like a really unique way to get a summon. Look.
I don't know if we've ever had a three-way fight before either. Okay.
Dragongrass.
Didn't we establish Dragonglass earlier on when we went to the top of the...
Yes, we healed our Windrake with it as well. Oh, shit.
Ah!
L. Oh, that's... I forgot I dropped my H there. Got too British for that character.
What the crap was that? I don't know why, but this someone saying what the crap was that just feels distinctly not Final Fantasy to me.
Yeah. Grass isn't supposed to attack people. That's no grass, that's a beast. A foul leafy demon.
This must be why the drakes are protractedly extinct. Does every single Final Fantasy have some sort of boss or mini-boss that's like living vegetation?
Yeah. For sure. I can't think of any that doesn't. Wait, there's 6?
I don't remember all of 6's enemies, so I couldn't tell you.
Let me look at the bosses. I'm going to look up every enemy, but I'll look at the bosses.
Is crap a swear word?
Yeah, but like a very loose one.
Okay. Crap is just a quintessential American word, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, we say shit more often in the UK, I guess.
Rock friend. Yeah, we definitely had a lot of stuff three ways. I know where this is going. Swearing in my FF game? I mean, I've got if you haven't played Strangers of Paradise, there's definitely some swearing in that.
Oh my god, dreadful.
There's some like Shadow the Hedgehog level attempts to be edgy in that game.
The dragon grass. Yeah, you're right. Oh, look.
That's helpful.
Come on, let's take some and go.
Obtained the dragon grass.
Oh, there's a
16 has quite a few
boss.
F-bombs, yeah. Yes, more Cactor.
Yeah.
Oh, and 7, yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry, in 6.
Nice.
So there is a boss.
I guess this is bullshit because absolutely Sabotender / Cactar are living vegetation, but I feel like there's a difference. Like, I don't...
Is this a
There's a certain type of... I still get why that, like, that being a seed camp, but I mean, like, there's a boss in, like, 13, there's a boss in, like, 12 that are, like, very leafy vegetation bosses, if you know what I mean.
I guess not, then.
Do I have teleport? No. Okay, we're going out the old-fashioned way. If you kill quickly before the three-way fight, or if the golem dies during the fight, you can't get the summon anymore. That sucks. Thanks for the reminder, for letting us know, Craig.
That's kind of cute.
16 has quite a few F-bombs. Sorry, go ahead.
That's a cute... I really like that method.
Yeah. I feel like 16 does a good job of being a little bit more naturalistic, though, with its swearing. Not all the time. Is crap a swear word? It is if you're a southern aristocratic Protestant. If crap is the worst swear word you know, you've lived a very interesting life. Or actually, I guess more importantly, you've lived such an uninteresting life that it's interesting to me.
Yeah, I guess the more modern ones have like a slightly dirtier.
And harsh. Nah, what the crap? Your parents probably put bars on your windows. I thought you were gonna say bars of soap in your mouth, but I guess yeah, if you're not swearing, you wouldn't have to worry about that. Is crepe a swear word though? What's a crepe? I would hope not, otherwise the French will be very sad.
This is like a...
Crap.
It's not supposed to be like an ice cave, right? It's just like a creepy blue cave.
No, it's just a creepy blue cave. I mean, they just always use blue as like a shading, darkening technique.
Yeah.
Has anybody else been playing Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, by the way? They just released a mobile game that's like it's a gacha game that kind of goes over the main plot beats of 7. I was hoping that it would go into the story a bit more deeply, but as a hyper quality synopsis of the events of Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core, it's good, but it's also right. It skips over some of the more interesting depth.
So I've not played it, but I've been like watching it from afar. I've not been like engaging with it really, but I've been watching it from afar a bit because I like the Crisis stuff. It hasn't impressed me from what I've seen.
Yeah, the only thing that's particularly impressive about it is its visuals, because like it did a really good job of replicating the PS1 style in the story cutscenes while also being higher quality in such a way that it's just more clear what the characters are doing and what's going on. And they also did an amazing job of replicating the vibe and feel of the CG backgrounds, like the rendered CG backgrounds, but they're still completely new. Like they did a phenomenal job with that. When you go into combat, it's the graphics of Final Fantasy VII Remake in combat. So like it looks crazy good. But beyond that, it's a gacha.
Yeah. So how does the gacha work with that? Because there's not that many characters like in that era.
Oh, you get all the characters for free. So the characters you get completely for free. They have multiple weapons.
I never liked
so
that kind of stuff. Like the weapons in Genshin that you gacha for, like I just found that really boring.
Yeah, Genshin is... The reason that it's okay in Genshin is because you really don't need really powerful weapons. Well, having more weapons sometimes is power, but a lot of times it's just more options in Genshin. So you can go really, 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 really far with freemium. And you can do everything effectively, being completely free to play in that game. Like, not just like, oh, if you're trying really, really hard. Like, you really, really can. In fact, it's kind of more of an interesting game sometimes if you do. Just kind of dealing with things. But anyways, yeah. My problem is that if you have a gacha monetization schema, you are fundamentally creating a system in which, from a monetization standpoint, you are actively like pushed towards making sure that there is power creep and making sure that people cannot do everything they want to do, right? Like you actively want to create ways to push people to spend money.
Yeah.
And so like it's not the underlying, like it's not pulling a lever for gacha is inherently bad. It's that all the those scummy practices around that pulling of the lever and then making that lever cost money to pull. But like, imagine if the game design was, hey, you get all the characters for free, and each character has like 10 different weapons, and when you pull the lever, you might get one of the weapons, and each weapon has a different elemental, like has pros and cons. And so like, oh, you didn't get the one you want, but you got this other one. Oh, each fight is kind of like an interesting combat. How do I make this work? How do I problem solve? Like, imagine if it was FF5, but it was a gacha, and you got random jobs, and then had to like come up with how am I going to take this strategy to beat this part of the game, you know?
Yeah. So one of the gachas that I managed to sort of enjoy a little bit more was I wasn't able to get fully into it, but I was able to I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. It was like Arknights.
Yeah, Arknights is a great example. In fact, one of the best, if not the best.
Yeah, I think very much it's that same sort of the angle that you're describing there, where it gives you this wider tool set. And I think of late, some of the characters are kind of broken and can kind of like brute force stuff, but generally speaking, outside of that,
yeah. My question is, if you don't spend any money in the game, or if you spend a small amount of money, if you don't spend any money in the game, is it completely interesting from head to toe? Is everything in it interesting and fun, and you can meaningfully engage with it? And then my second question is, if you do spend money, can you spend a relatively small sum of money and get a meaningful amount for that?
Right.
And I feel like most games fail on both those accounts.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
My issue was so my issue with Fire Emblem Heroes, for example, was that it did feel like you needed to pay at certain point. Like you didn't. You could do it with basic stuff technically, but you needed to like either grind your head against it for hours and hours and hours to figure out how, or look it up on the internet to figure out how to do it with certain characters. And I was like, this is just not really my type of thing.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and the thing is,
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like the art, but I
I suppose I didn't like the art design.
I don't. Yeah. I don't care about the French. I just started playing it the other day. I have not, but I want to start FF Dimensions, another mobile game. Oh my god, Dimensions is interesting. It's been a fun way to kill time, and I fall asleep every night. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, if it's the sort of thing you're interested in, it's definitely, it is what it is. FF5 with randomly dropping jobs sounds like a joke about overly greeting companies, yet it could work if done correctly. I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Is that, imagine if you designed a Final Fantasy game like FF5 where there were like 100 jobs, and the fights were still designed like they are in FF5, where like, okay, not there's specific counters, but some enemies are designed to like, oh hey, using magic in a certain way is going to be beneficial, you know, or you know, there were certain ways that they could make it so that you won't get a slew of jobs in such a way that you're just screwed. I think there's like a way to make that potentially fun and to make it fresh each time you go through, because you're gonna have a whole different experience with each job. And you may be like, the first time you'd be able to through like, well, Bard, man, that was useless my first time through. And then the next time through, because you get it and something else, you're like, oh man, Bard's amazing. I think there's something there.
So
I'm not saying it should be all the time.
On the topic of Dimensions, that has always felt like a bootleg, though, like something made by like a Turkish developer that you buy on like the street. Like it does not feel like
I didn't want to
game.
say it. I didn't want to say it, but it really does. The other thing I know about Arknights are the gay wolves a friend keeps sending me images of. I honestly don't even know what that's referencing.
Oh, so there's like several races of things in Arknights that are furries.
Yeah.
Basically.
We're back. Now open up the gates. Nice try, monster. You're gonna have to try a bit harder to pull one over on the soldiers of Baal.
Oh, these guys are so...
I suppose they're just following orders. Guess it's time for plan B. You coming? I love Galuf. I can just imagine this in 3D, him being like, time for plan B. Just like walking straight over to the other side, just jumping in.
Well, they probably like do like a sewer section, maybe. Or something.
What a Final Fantasy V remake so goddamn bad now.
Yeah, I feel like it deserves it, to be honest. It's really good.
It really does. Especially because it was never, like, it never had its time in the West.
Yeah, it does feel like it's the least appreciated game.
Yeah. I think least appreciated in ratio of should be appreciated to amount that is appreciated. Because I feel like 1 and 2 and even 3 are not appreciated that much. But I don't know that in some of their cases it's definitely that as big of a gulf. Elio, did you see the turkey that wandered into my yard and apparently has adopted me? I did not, but cool. The problem with Deadpool is we have turkeys around here, but he always just chases them. He loves hurting them. Usually gachas are not really pay for power, it's pay for feature. Using FF analogy, it's like you can clear the whole game easily with Monk, but you want to try investing in Blue Mage gameplay. Yeah. As a tool to... I mean... Think of a gacha as a form of creating a roguelike, but from a different angle, effectively.
Yeah, so I had that phase, I'm sure you remember, where I got really into roguelikes. Like I was playing like Dead Cells, like Shadow Dead Cells and stuff like that. But I can never keep on the long term. But then I guess that's not always the point of a roguelike. It's fine to play something for like a month hardcore and then fall out of love with it quickly.
Right. I think my thing about roguelikes is that I want either a game where my character stays static and their abilities are static and the levels change, so I'm mastering my character and progressing through and adapting to the levels, and I'm mastering that toolkit, or my character constantly changes its tools, but the levels stay the same, so that I don't want both elements randomized. I like having being able to like focus on an element of mastery and then also have an element of randomness that I'm adapting to.
So,
but I don't know.
So like, what do you mean? Like, can you think of any games that do that? Like,
what's a good example of that? Well, okay, I mean, one example. This isn't a great example, but imagine Hades,
right?
But there's only one weapon and the layouts always change.
Okay.
Well, I don't have a good example because I don't play a ton of roguelikes anymore because a lot of them, have both elements to them.
I like the changing and the swapping of weapons in Hades, though.
Oh, I think it's a good thing. I think it's fundamentally better for. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just like it personally less. But it's also the same reason that I like boss rushes. I like that mastery element. It's the same reason that I would prefer playing Elden Ring with they give me the one weapon I use throughout the whole game from the start.
Right.
Because I'm a crazy motherfucker. It just like that's literally one of the strengths of it. The reason Bloodborne's my favorite is there's two things that make Bloodborne my favorite. One, I fucking adore the saw cleaver and pistol and use them the entire game, and the game is perfectly fine with me doing that. And two, the rally mechanic, effectively, because the rally mechanic means that I can play aggressively because taking damage, it's just as dangerous to keep being aggro as it is to step back. In a Dark Souls, stepping back and trying to heal is like, and playing defensive for a second while you recover is more the better thing. You don't want to just keep being aggressive. But because in Bloodborne, if you take damage and you hit back, you get that health. You can get that health back. It's just as viable, if not more viable, to remain in aggressive play.
I see. So like for me, I feel like I'm similar but not the same with that. Like I like to have. So I love to do like a playthrough where I'll only use this one weapon or this one type of weapon. I might swap I might do a different. I might like graduate through hammers, but I'm only going to use hammers specifically.
Yeah.
So I won't do a strength build. I'll do like a halberd build specifically. And then I like to replay and do different stuff. But I like the option to do different playthroughs with different ones.
Real quick, Crepe. So that Slay the Spire isn't because your route changes, and also your deck constantly changes not only with each run, but because when you do a run, they start adding new cards into it. So one of the things that when I play Slay the Spider, every time I do a run, I usually start back from I reset my entire save because I just want to play with a limited section of cards as the possible thing, because I find that I constantly get nerfed the longer I play Slay the Spire without resetting the game, because I can't predict I can't have any kind of prediction of what kind of cards I'm going to get, and I get more and more cards that I don't want to use as my only options with like the thief or whatever, the poison stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, so let's shall we continue? Kryle! Grandpa. I'm here, my dear. He's calling. Shh, don't try to talk. Calling. Guido is calling. Guido? Hurry, go find Guido, please. But who's Guido? A sage who's lived for over 700 years. Guido's the one who prophesied that the crystals in the world would break. And he's calling her? Like, psychotical?
What is that? Psychotic. Oh, psychotically? That's not accurate. That's not what that word means.
Like I think he means to telepathically.
Psychically? But psychotically doesn't make sense here. That's not
psychically. Both of them are wrong. Anyways, but anyhow, the sage might not know some way to defeat Exdeath. Hang in there, Kryle. We're gonna see Guido. Just hold on a little longer. Okay, but I have to use Windrake. Don't worry, we got the dragon glass and spades. Really? The drake's resting at the top of the tower. Will you come with me?
Certainly. Like you needed to ask.
Where do we find this Guido anyway?
He lives on a small island in the ocean, northeast of Drakenville. Turtle. Yeah. I don't think I have turkeys in my area. I love seeing them back in Cali. Yeah, but that's interesting. Pretty much everywhere I've lived, there's been some kind of turkey. I encountered turkeys when I walked into work today. Nice.
So one of my favorite facts about Guido is that he was originally in the base instead of a turtle. He was a tree, and he was Exteth's like master. He was like a tree master who was Exteth's tree boss.
Interesting that they changed it so much. Deadpool seeing turkeys, time to make my Viking ancestors proud. Literally light. Like, you just see it in his body. His little eyes.
Here,
All you.
You'll feel better.
That grass killed off all the windrakes. No wonder he doesn't want to eat it. Doesn't matter if he wants to. He has to. With wounds like these, if he doesn't hurry and eat the stuff, he'll die.
Put up his butt. It's alright. Look, it's good to eat, see? I'll have some too. Lana, are you insane?
Lena, did you forget? Dragon grass is poisonous to humans.
Here, no, you try. Lana dies. Nice. That's a good boy. Lana!
Bless you.
Anna, hold on.
She recovered.
Drink this.
Lana!
Lena, are you alright?
Yes. Thank you, Cryle.
Don't do things like that. That's ridiculously dangerous.
Cripes, Lana, if something had happened to you. I'm sorry.
Prowl, you sure you should be up and about? I'm okay. Cryle! Don't worry about me.
Jeez, oh Pete, every one of you guys is always overdoing it. You stay here and get some rest, young lady.
Okay.
Cryle, thank you. I'm in your debt.
You saved my windrake, so I think we're square. Thank you.
I want to see Cryle get a big dragon mount in the next one.
Well, that dragon is basically kind of looks a lot like the Bahamut mount that is the Endwalker mount. The Bahamut from 4.
Yeah.
If you haven't, here, let me pull this up again. Bahamut 4. This is the mount for getting all the lynxes in 6.5. And this is Bahamut.
Oh yeah, that's basically the Windrake, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to see Cryle ride it.
Well, buy the Cryle outfit and make a Lalafell.
Okay, fair enough. I have a Lalafell.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You rest up now. Got it?
I will. You guys be careful too.
Let's go find Sage Guido.
Right. Let's go.
We're off.
Damn, I need them out. Well, we're gonna have to get all the lynxes then, Des.
Personal.
Isn't the Windrake also in the game's logo? I never thought about it. Is that what the dragon that's in the game logo is supposed to be?
Yeah, I think so.
That would make sense.
It's such a recurring main thing in the story. Even though the mount is never.
That definitely makes a lot of sense. Right. That definitely makes sense. I'm fine, Clip. My mom is a pro at turkey calls. If we're outside and she doesn't call the turkeys, we'll call back. That's cool. Turkeys occasionally peek in the downstairs window. Okay, Niniri, we're about to hit 3, and I know that it's late for you, so we'll probably call it there because it's a good stopping place.
It's weird that we're exactly 12 hours apart. Like, it's also about to hit 3 for me.
Yep. Well, it's kind of handy at least.
Yeah, that's true. It helps us to keep track.
Because it used to be when I was Central Time instead of oh frick, I've been saying CST. I meant to be saying EST in a couple places. But 12. Because it used to be 13 hours, and then it was just like always had to like calculate 12 plus 1 minus 1, which was it, and now it's just like 12 and 12.
Yeah, the 12-12 is actually pretty useful.
Yeah, back on barrier. I'm just looking to see how much longer we've got in the game. Well, we're actually not that far away. I bet you will be done with World 2 by next time.
I think so.
If we make good time. And then the final world actually is kind of short because there's a bunch of things to do, but they're all side things, and I think we'll be skipping over them in lieu of, and I may be doing them off stream so that if there's anything particularly interesting, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of really excited to get on to get to 6 interdimensional rift.
Yeah, I think we're I think we're basically gonna skip over a lot of the side stuff until we reach to the games where it's more interesting. We'll like in 7 remake, for example, we'll do a lot of the side stuff, I'm sure, and in maybe 10 we'll do some of it and stuff like that.
Yeah. I don't mind taking after we get through 1 through 6, I don't mind it taking longer. And now that we have this channel, it's also a little easier to do it however we want. But yeah. But I hate the Barbaricia fight. Well, now the Barbaricia fight's a lot faster, so don't forget that there's the new stat changes. I got Ensinger a few days ago. Now I just need to do that one after that. I still have no links. They were saying create a Lalafell to a person named Niri. Right. So as we start doing our outro stuff, friendly reminder, if you want to support us, you can support us over on Patreon, where you can get to name it, end of videos, and the banner above my head. It goes a long way towards supporting all of us and helps us to start to continue doing projects and do new projects. We got new videos coming out every Wednesday, and on Thursdays we have me and Neri doing this. On Fridays we have Lore Book Club over in the Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, why not join our Discord over at discord.gg/Eorzean archives. I actually may also start streaming the book clubs. I think it will depend on it when we start, if everyone's okay being recorded. But those are a lot of fun. The theme this time actually is going to be all the short stories, because there's been a couple short stories coming out with some very interesting factoids and bits of information.
The short stories
on Saturdays we have community. Yeah, on Saturdays we have community stream. If you want to join us for that, we've got those running on right now. We've been mainly focusing on tomestones, but we have other things we do, and yeah. Any final questions from any of you, Naniri? Any final thoughts or bits you want to hit on?
I would want Drake. Well, I want Kryl to have a Kryl.
In real life, or?
I mean, I'm not going to turn it down.
Or at least in 14. I mean, I feel like. Yeah, okay. Dude, we need to like get the Mist Dragon as a mount too. That'd be pretty dope. Naniri?
Sorry. My brain is skipping out because I'm tired. Yeah, Mist Dragon.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no,
we'll wrap it up here.
I think Mist Dragon would be good from like Mercidia though, right? That like. I mean, we've already fought the Mist Dragon, obviously, but still.
Right in the burn. Yeah. But anyways. Thanks all for joining us in. It's been lovely seeing you guys and getting back to it. We'll see you next week. Don't forget your homework, people. Yeah. Thank you, Infinite, Dest, Light, Kiko, Crepe, Demins, and many, many more. Thank you all for staying in chat, and have a lovely rest of your day. And cheers to you all. Bye-bye. I've been Elliot Forceron.
And I've been Neri.
And we'll see you guys